Yo, yo, what is going on? Salute to everyone in the chat. Thank you for stopping by for another late night, my once a week late night edition of Boxing Talk and everything else, obviously. Um, so I want to do a quick shout out to the chat. Let's see who we got in here. We have Jay Camacho's Fight Den. He says, I can't wait to get into a shouting match about a fight that's never going to happen and have the fighter's dadas jump on the panel and back me up. That's a good point. That is a good point. We are going to talk about that. Salute to Eric Gomez, who says Bomb Squad. I guess he's still Bomb Squad. Salute. Salute Eric Gomez. We got British Titans, right? He's saying, I diffuse Bomb Squad, the Dosser. He's probably replying to Eric Gomez. To Don Piglione. Salute to you. Recognize I run Queens. Sup with it. Oh, yeah. I'm sure you do, bro. I'm sure you run Queens. I got a little link I'm going to drop in the chat that addresses this Don Piglione. Salute to, who am I missing? Whoa. Brandon Blanco says, let's go recognize. Salute to you. Eat a Peach says Teofimo's a bitch. I don't know, man. Some weird stuff going on with him. Doughboy Boxing says salute. Sebastian 816. Salute recognized. Salute to you, bro. John Baker says salute general. Well, you know, I don't want to be anybody's general, but I am old enough to be a general. Salute to you, John Baker. Rafael Garza, salute to you. Gerson Medina. Monkey Kung Fu. The Fight Scout, salute to all my fellow Italians, such as myself. Exactly. Triple J. Hello, everybody. Yes. So, I guess by now you guys have seen the little shouting match that happened between Teofimo Lopez and Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. They were at the Mikey Garcia Sander Martins fight, right? The upset that happened. I didn't see the fight. I wasn't interested in that. I'm not interested in a Mikey Garcia fight, period. But it was in that setting, in that arena, wherever they fought at. It was on the zone. And you just saw, two young dudes just shouting at each other, basically, right? Both of them looked a little animated. I thought Teofimo was a little extra animated, right? Like he has something to prove. And talking about who's afraid to fight each other, right? Is it Teofimo? Is it Devin Haney? I have my suspicion who it is, right? But that's all it is. But I'm not going to sit there and say, "Oh, definitively, this guy won the shouting match. He proved this one wrong," and it was just stupid, right? I think it was just theater drama. I think Teofimo, especially, is trying to set up a distraction from some real questions like, what about his fucking mandatory fight with Kambosa? What's going on with that? Is that fight ever going to happen? Are you going to rematch Vasil Lomachenko? Right? Josh Taylor, guys that are on his street, right? He has an obligation with Kambosa or Kambosas. There's fighters like Vasil Lomachenko and Josh Taylor that he can fight because he's always complaining about how he can't make weight anymore. And I'm not saying that I don't believe him. I'm not saying that. But it seems like he goes back and forth with that, right? If he's asked questions about fighting a potential fight at 135 against Lomachenko, he's having problems making weight. On the other hand, when they talk about Josh Taylor, he's like, yeah, I'm all with that. I'm all with that fight. If it's at 137.5, and we can fight for both undisputed lightweight and junior welterweight. When it doesn't work that way, right? And I think Teofimo is not aware of what he's saying. Anyway, that whole thing was nothing. It was just a big shouting match. I think that was a setup from the beginning. And you can see the zone loved that whole little theater. And I don't really blame Devin Haney too much, If he can make that fight happen, why not? But yeah, when it comes to Teofimo Lopez, I think there's other motives behind this whole thing. It's a distraction, and that's all that is. That's just a distraction from taking care of the business that he has on his side of the street with Bob Arum. He needs to take care of his mandatory, Kambosos. That's one. What's going on with that? He needs to make up his mind whether he's a lightweight or junior welterweight. Right? He can't be in between. Is he having problems making weight, or he needs to go up in weight? None of this catch weight shit. So anyway, that's my spiel about that, man. Oh, real quick. I want you guys to check this out, man. Speaking of Don Piglione, a.k.a. Johnny Boy, here's a video. That's a video you guys can check out. And, you want to talk shit, you get exposed. Well, I'm not really exposed. I mean, this is out there. You make it available for everybody. But, yeah, check that video out if you want a good laugh. And I see that I got enough people in the chat. I'm going to send out the link so anybody can join in. We can talk boxing about this situation, Teofimo and Haney shouting match. Let me know what you guys think. And we could talk about any other stuff too. All right. There's the link. That is the link. Anybody who wants to hop on, talk shit, talk boxing. Okay. What's up, Brandon Blanco?
Yo, what's up, Recognize? How's it been?
It's been good, man. Everything's been good.
Yeah, I was really surprised when you showed up to Matt Chat live stream last week. It was pretty exciting. Two of my favorite boxing YouTubers, to be honest.
Oh man, it was good to definitely be on Matt Chat. He's a cool guy, man. I like him.
Also Bruce too. He's also cool too.
Yep.
All of them, they're from New England. They're from the one. I think he's
that
from
Boston
Maine.
area. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Bruce, he's from Providence, so like they're from the Boston area, and so like you're from the New York area. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, the dynamics of, because
we got
you got,
when it comes to sports, we got a lot of rivalries, man.
exactly. I bet Matt Chad is a Bruins fan. He's a Celtics fan. He's a Patriots fan, no doubt. Are you? I have a question. Are you a Giants or a Jets fan? I'm just wondering. Or do you watch?
What the fuck is that? Sorry to cut you off, dude, but what the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that?
That isn't
What
the
is what?
sorriest excuse of a man you've ever seen. I don't know what is.
What is what?
Bro, is that Is that a pile of shit? Banana?
It's Wisconsin
That's
cheese curds, man.
Yeah.
Wisconsin beer and cheese curds.
And we got Bay Area.
Do you have
vodka
anything against
next page.
Wisconsin? Because you're from Minnesota, aren't you? You have anything against Wisconsin?
Generally, no, except for the Green Bay Packers, right? So
Okay.
there's a hate for
Yo,
that.
what's up?
Yo, what's up?
Well,
We got Gerson
blessed,
Medina.
Michael.
We got real quick. We got Gerson Medina. We got Bay Area. Obviously, we got Fight Scout, L Dog, and Brandon Blanco. So, what's going on, guys? What do you guys think
About
Hey, I
the
wanted to
Saudi
talk
match?
about Mikey Garcia getting exposed, bro, because that's the actual fight that happened, dude. Mikey Garcia got fucking schooled. Like, dude.
I didn't see the fight, man. I just saw highlights, and yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mikey
man.
Garcia.
I
Mikey
had
Garcia.
I had it 7 rounds to 3 for Sandor Martin.
The last time
I saw the highlights.
I only saw the highlights of it, but
Bro,
I
so-
didn't really.
Basically, Sandor Martin had his foot on the outside of Mikey Garcia the entire time. And Mikey Garcia's feet were too slow that anytime he would take a step to the outside, he would get hit with a punch, or Sandor would just get out of the way and reset. And that was the entire fight, basically.
Not just that, but Sander was just too quick for him. That was another thing.
To me, he was slippery, man. That's how I would describe Sandor Martin.
Hey, bro,
You would
do
see
you
this
guys
guy
hear me, bro?
slip, and then pivot off the ropes and get away. Yeah, we
I'll
hear
tell
you.
you
Yeah, we
this
hear you.
much.
We can hear you.
Hey,
I
bro,
wanna see that
Mikey
kid fight
Garcia.
straight
Something
up.
about Mikey Garcia, man. Like, if we want to be real about Mikey Garcia, the dude's a great fighter, but he doesn't have the heart in it no more, bro. Like, he is a Hall of Famer.
He's
He
a
does
good.
have
He's a good fighter.
No, he's a great fighter, bro. 4 division champion, future Hall of Famer.
No. He's
No,
a good
He's a
fighter.
B level
He's
fighter. He's a B level fighter.
Not great.
Could I finish?
He's
my
a B level
statement?
fighter.
Could I finish my
California Hall of
statement?
Fame, right?
Real quick. I just want to say what's up to Anthony Thunderdome, but go ahead, Bay Area. Let you.
What's
go.
up, Anthony?
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
up,
bro. I was
Thunderdome?
saying, like, if we're gonna go by numbers, because I always go by numbers, bro. At the end of the day, the only thing that counts is your numbers, the records you left, bro, the championships, the title defenses. That's all that's left in legacy, bro. 100 years from now, that's all that's gonna matter. So he is a 4 division
Wait,
champion.
can I interrupt real quick on this? But would he have any of that if his fucking father and dad and grandfather wasn't royalty in the sport who helped pave the way for him to have a
But
successful
he's
career?
not at fault of that, bro. That's what black people say. Oh, white privilege. Like, oh,
No. That's totally different than
it's the
what
same
they-
shit,
To
bro.
be fair, hold on.
totally
We talk
different
about
than what they
we
say.
talk about the numbers, right? But he
Yes.
only has 7 victories in world title fights. Like, that's not that much.
And also,
Like-
he only defended one time, just one time.
Okay, let's break down. He beat Salido, which Salido at the time he was the best 126 pounders. Salido went on to beat Lomachenko and went on to have great fights with other champions.
Are you trying to use triangle theory? Are you
I'm
trying
not
to say?
using- I'm not using
He actually
triangle
quit
theory,
against
Don't
Salido,
do
right?
that.
So he actually quit against Salido because
Yeah, he
the
quit.
referee didn't stop that fight.
But let's just look at it as, yeah, he does have a win over Salido, which is a good
He
win,
beat
right?
Juan Manuel
But
Lopez
that's
at
like-
130. He beat Sergey
But
Lipinets when
Juan
everybody
Manuel
thought everybody was fucking-
Lopez was already done at that point, dude.
He's
He was
already
done ever
shot.
since Salido destroyed
He
him.
did fight Errol Spence when nobody wanted to fight
He
Errol
got
Spence.
schooled, bro.
Yeah, but he
He
moved up
sold
to-
his ass.
To
Bro,
me,
you guys
Mikey
are-
Garcia
yeah.
is like
He
a
sold his ass.
I'm gonna
Look,
be honest with
Mikey-
Mikey Garcia. He's a paper 4 division champion, like Broner.
Yeah.
Like Broner. Like
I wouldn't
Broner.
say he's a
Exactly.
paper champion,
Exactly.
bro, but he is a proven
Damn
fighter.
good fighter. Put him in the podium with the greats. Nah.
Yeah, he's a good
come
fighter.
on.
I
Also,
never said he was
Mikey
great.
Garcia went life and death with Rocky Martinez, who Lomachenko easily knocked him out earlier.
I never said he was a great. I said he's a Hall of Famer, and I'm going by
You
their
said
standard.
great.
He's probably going to get
You
into
did
the
say
Hall of Fame.
great.
You said
Yeah,
great.
you did say
That's
great,
what
dude.
started this all
Okay,
off.
no. Okay, I did say great according to this era, not an all-time great.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No,
Okay, I
no,
can see your point.
mean-
That
I can,
clarifies it a bit. I can understand
Or
that.
do you
I can
guys
see
don't
that.
Bro, if we were to do a top 25 in the last 25 years, Mikey Garcia will be in it. Like, let's be real.
Maybe.
Yeah,
last what?
I'll say he'll be in maybe like 23, 24, 25.
Maybe.
Who would you put? Let's do that list right
Yeah,
now.
I was
Like, not in
just gonna
order.
say that. Let's do that list.
Let's not
Floyd,
in order.
in
but
no
just-
order, Floyd, Pacquiao,
Hold on, I'll keep
Usyk.
count.
Roma.
I'll keep count. Go ahead. Floyd,
Floyd,
Canelo.
alright, so Floyd, Pacquiao, Usyk,
Triple-
Klitschko,
Triple
Ward,
G.
Chocolate Tito.
Estrada.
You can say-
Estrada.
Inui.
You said no particular order, so go ahead.
Hey,
I
we're
don't know
at
if
8.
Inoue would be.
Okay,
Last
we're
25
at
years,
7.
right?
Take out Inui, then we're at 7.
Yeah, last 25 years, you got to really think that through.
All right.
What about
takes
Tim
like,
Bradley?
That takes like a whole
Of course,
season to
Tim
do
Bradley.
that.
Tim Bradley,
Now we're at
Marquez.
8.
We gotta have one Manuel Marquez.
Yes, now we're at 9.
Barrera, Morales.
Yeah, Barrera,
Alright, now we're at
Morales,
11,
Miguel Cotto.
Of
12.
course. Kovalev.
Costa Zoo.
I don't know if Kovalev makes it, man.
Andre
You're
Ward.
crazy if you
Costa Zoo.
doesn't make it.
Dude, hold on, because we got a lot of great fighters that we gotta consider. What about De La Hoya?
Let's save Kovalev for
Yeah.
a bit. Okay,
What about Costa?
Trinidad.
we're at 14 for now.
De La
We got
Hoya, of course.
De La Hoya,
Zoo.
Mosley,
Hopkins.
Trinidad.
Hopkins.
Yeah, you got to throw Trinidad in there, man.
Of course.
We only have 7 more
Shane
spots.
Mosley.
dude. I already got him in there.
Did you get Costa Zoo?
Yeah, we have 7 more spots.
7
Okay.
more spots. I think really think about that before you put Mikey in.
Tyson
Yeah.
Fury,
He and
Nah,
the
not
Klitschko's
Tyson
range,
Fury.
so yeah.
Andre Ward.
We've got
We
Andre.
already got
Ward.
him.
You guys didn't mention Lomachenko?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite excited.
Well, it's because he
Yeah,
hasn't retired though. I didn't.
We
I didn't
have-
put-
last
Wait.
25 years.
last 25. Okay, then yeah, let's put Loma.
Hold on, bro. If you
All
add
right, we have
Lomachenko,
6 more spots.
if you add Lomachenko, you gotta add Mikey Garcia because
No, you don't.
What?
No.
Lomachenko has more than double his world title fights.
Let's look at the resume side
And
by side.
destroyed fools.
All right. I mean, let's look at it, man. Lomachenko has more than double his title fights. He has the 2 Olympic golds. He has the 5
Who
world
beats
titles.
Alito? Who beats Alito?
Mikey.
Come on.
So that's
There you
one
go.
thing that he has. But I mean, are we gonna say like Crawford over Pacquiao because who beat Jeff Horn?
What
Wait, do
about
we
this
put
one?
Winky and Sergio in that list?
No.
What?
I
don't
wouldn't
know
put
if I'd
Sergio.
put Sergio Martinez in there.
What about
I don't know.
Winky?
What about Winky Wright, though? Winky Wright did win.
Winky
some-
Wright, he does have an underrated resume.
What about Tito Trinidad?
Yeah, I think.
Didn't we say
Did you have him on the
Trinidad?
list?
No, I think we said Cotto.
Yeah, we didn't put Trinidad in.
I think Trinidad's better than.
Oh, I said
Cotto.
Trinidad, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, now we have 5 spots left.
Mikey makes it.
I
Mike,
don't know, man.
five
I
spots
feel like
left.
there's like some midget. Nonito Donaire, that's who we're missing.
There we
Oh,
go.
for sure.
There we go. Now
Nonito
we have
Donaire.
4,
That's a nice one.
4 spots left.
That's 25 years.
Yeah, but
Man.
you defeat your own argument once you added Lomachenko. So there you go.
What?
No,
How?
Lomachenko's
What? Nah, I
risen.
don't think
One
so.
guy that fucking one good ass dude that was way bigger than Mikey that he beat.
Robert
He
Easton
fought one
Jr.,
guy 2 divisions
Robert,
bigger.
guys
than
have-
Robert Easton.
got
You guys have
shut out.
B-Hops in there? You guys have
Yeah,
B-Hops in there?
B-Hop.
We
We
have
got 3
Chocolatito.
spots. Yeah, we got Chocolatito.
No, but
What about Casamayor? Joel
Wait,
Casamayor.
Wait, hold on, bro.
Hey,
Let
hold
me-
on. We gotta consider with Lomachenko, he did break records as well.
Yeah,
So
sure.
did Mikey
Breaking
Garcia.
records gets you in.
No,
He
Mikey
was-
got
What about
yeah,
He
Casamayor?
was the man in 3 separate divisions. Mikey
Was he?
never had that.
Was he? Was he really?
Yes,
Yeah.
really.
But
At
he was
130
ranked number 1 by
at
most.
130. At 130, he never fought Burchell, the WBC
Oh,
champion.
come on, because Burchell didn't want no smoke.
Are you sure? Because I can find.
Yeah, I'm real
links.
sure.
I can find links of saying.
I'm real
Burchell
sure.
saying that
Links
he-
don't matter. Did the contract get signed?
Oh,
Either
hold
one
on.
guy
I've
never
got
got
another
anybody.
fighter, Carl Froch.
Carl Froch over Mikey.
Yeah, Carl
I
Froch
would.
has a better
I
resume.
would.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Carl
So
Froch has that win over
Oh,
What
fuck.
about
Bute. He has
Kawasaki?
the win.
Calzaghe.
Oh, yeah,
Kawasaki was in the
We
Calzaghe,
last
that's
forgot about
25 years.
Calzaghe.
Okay, we have one more spot.
Bro,
And it ain't Mikey.
Like-
Chris
What about
Nassim?
Golovkin?
Chris Nassim?
Chris
Golovkin.
Nassim or Mikey?
Mikey's over Prince.
Did you
Okay,
guys?
Mikey over Prince.
Golovkin.
I
No,
got
I disagree. I disagree. I
Golovkin?
would.
Golovkin?
Triple
You got
G
Golovkin?
over
no.
Mikey. That's pretty close.
Golovkin,
Nah.
Golovkin does not have a better skill set or resume than Triple G.
Oh,
Than Mikey Garcia.
You said Golovkin.
Yeah.
He said
Right, you gotta-
Golovkin.
you gotta
I
stop
like-
trolling, Hefe. This is the white man's
That's
conversation.
Hefe, right? This is Hefe?
Bro, let's be real, bro. Like, what does Triple G
I thought
do
you were
better than
boxing.
Mikey
Why you-
Garcia?
why
Oh,
you
this
saying
is
Bay
Hefe.
Area?
Oh, okay. What
You
up,
know what?
Why you
I'll
saying
go as
get Bay
far to
Area?
say
What
I'll
up,
go as
Hefe?
far to say Anthony Joshua over Mikey.
Hey, yo, Anthony, I gotta confront you, bro, because I heard you were saying that you ran me off, bro, after a debate.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't, bro. Stop lying.
You did. You were
Yeah, I was
talking like.
joking.
What,
I was
what was
saying
the debate
I was
again?
saying once we did that rescore, I never saw from you ever again.
Yeah, bro. We could rescore that fight again, bro.
Oh, wait.
What's
Tell
fine?
us,
Now
tell
you
us.
got your score sheet down. Now you know which rounds to give Canelo now.
I heard you ended up. I heard you thought Canelo won, but you had 7 rounds for Triple G.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, bro, it's because
Is that no? Wait. Answer. Is that true though? I heard.
Yes, it's true.
That's a lie, bro.
You know
That's
what?
true.
I'll say
Let's start
Terrence
redoing
Crawford
his
over
math.
Mikey. I'll say Terrence Crawford, number 25.
Yeah, I think Terrence Crawford is better than Mikey. You're right.
Hell yeah.
Freitas. Freitas
yeah.
is better than. Freitas and Casamayor are better than Mikey Garcia.
No, I'm gonna be honest. Mikey,
Greatest
he's
and
got
Casamayor better
he's
than
got
I
a paper
agree. I agree with that. Yeah.
he's got a paper thin resume.
Or
What's
even
the
Chico
best guy he's
Corrales.
ever beat?
Corrales is much better than Mikey
The best guy he
Garcia.
beat was
Best
Salido.
guy. Hold on. What's the best guy Mikey ever beat?
Salido.
And what
Salido.
the fuck
Salido,
is
that's it.
Salido?
Nah, I'll say this: Salido was a good fighter. Salido was a
But
good
you see,
fighter.
but do you like Eldog? Do you
Good.
like the way he won? No doubt, he won the fight.
Yeah,
Like,
but
if
it's
you look at
context matters, right?
but do
he
you
didn't
like the
win
way he
well.
ended? Did you like
No.
the way he won that fight?
Bro, he had a broken
Shit got
nose,
tough.
bro.
He quit.
Yeah, he kind of
Let
quit,
me
bro.
ask you guys. Have you guys ever had a broken nose? Because I've had, bro.
Not a broken nose. No, never had a broken
You
nose.
can't breathe through that shit, bro.
It's true.
not
Listen, I agree. Like broken anything on your
Wait, this
face.
is boxing, bro. Dudes break their nose every fucking weekend, and they don't quit.
No, bro. Sometimes they just get a, you know what I'm saying, small little fracture or whatever. But he had a broken fucking nose, bro.
I mean,
Okay.
I
Fernando
give
Vargas.
more leeway
Who's
to
better,
a broken
Fernando Vargas
eye, like a
or
broken
Mikey
eye
Garcia?
socket, than a broken
Mikey
nose.
Garcia,
You got Mikey Garcia over Fernando?
bro. Fernando Vargas himself said it on an ES News video that.
But did you
Mikey's
really
was
read
the-
his resume, man? His resume before he was like 23? Dude, he fought
but-
everybody.
What about the losses? I count the losses.
I mean,
too.
yeah, he lost. Look, once he lost, he went downhill, right? Once he lost to Trinidad, he kept losing. But before getting to Trinidad, dude, the dudes he had wins over were like pretty fucking impressive, man. At 22, he was 22 when he had that when he fought Trinidad.
I don't know, bro. I just think
That's like
Mikey
if
gets
Teofimo beat
disrespected.
Taylor, Polgreat,
A
Loma, just those three. It'll be kind of like that, like for these days. I'm not comparing them to be as good as the guys back then, but you know what I mean.
I'm gonna ask like a question, dude. Does Mikey Garcia have a win better than Nicholas Walters?
Oh,
No.
fuck yeah, bro.
Who?
Robert Easter.
Robert Easter
Easter's
was
better
not as
than-
good as Nicholas Walters. Nicholas Walters has a knockout victory over a certified Hall of Famer.
Bruh,
That's true, man.
a
That is-
midget, Nonito Donaire, that moved up 2 fucking weight classes, bro.
I mean, who's Robert Easter's best win?
But he beat Richard Comey.
Richard
getting
fucking
dropped
Comey.
twice though in that fight. He got
The
dropped
dude
twice.
that Lomachenko's about to fight, Richard Comey, the same dude. That Robert
Yeah,
Easter
and it's a
beat.
tune-up for Loma.
All right,
That's
so
the
it's
thing.
gonna be a tune-up.
Robert Easter is not better than Nicholas Walters. He doesn't
Yeah,
have wins over.
Like you said,
a-
context. Okay, let's put some context into it. Nicholas Walters was coming off a 3-year layoff, bro.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. He was coming off a
Not a
10-month
3-year
layoff.
layoff.
He himself
Come
complained,
on,
bro.
man. Not a 3-year layoff.
Bro, I don't care if he complained. I mean, he was coming off a 10-month layoff,
That guy
which is fine.
disappeared. Where
If
is
you
he now?
fight, my rule is if you fight within a year, you're not inactive. If you go over 12 months out of the ring, I'll count you inactive.
Yeah, but is it your rules or the rules of boxing? I'm going by the rules of boxing, bro.
I mean, I'm just going by some standard, dude. I
Mikey
mean,
said he ain't here to be great. He's here just to milk the sport for money. Like, how can you be a great fighter when, like, you're just here? Like, it ain't about legacy to you. He's saying it's not about legacy to him. It's only about milking fucking Mexican fans to get rich.
No, it's not about milking Mexican fans, bro. Because if you're great,
Oh yeah,
at
it is,
something-
because that's who supports them.
No, hold on,
So
bro.
milking the
It's
fans is
it's
milking
like
Mexican
me.
fans.
I'm gonna put this perspective, bro. I hate my fucking job, bro, but I'm great at doing it, and I still do it. You know what I'm saying? The same with boxing, but you don't
Yeah,
gotta
well,
love the sport to make
yeah, well,
money
You don't risk
and be
you don't
great
take
at it, bro.
brain damage at your job, I bet.
I'll say this because I just looked. Donaire was a world champion at 126, dude. So
He was a bomb, bro. Let's be real. At 126, Donner was a bomb.
I mean, he was a champion though.
He lost
That's
to
the thing.
Magdaleno. He
Donaire
lost
was
to bum ass
never a
He
bomb.
lost to Magdaleno after he got knocked the fuck out by Nicholas Walters. Nicholas Walters is the only man to KO Nonito Donaire. Something Frampton, Inoue.
Okay. If Lomachenko was so
Regendow.
great, why didn't he move 2 weight classes up to fight an Earl Spence or a Pacquiao like Mikey?
Because he knew that he would rather keep his legacy
Yeah,
intact than
because
sell
he
it
had
out for money.
honor rather than just milking his Mexican fans.
Bro, it's not about milking the Mexican fans.
Yeah,
it's
it
about
is,
looking
because
for
who was
greatness.
supporting him in that fight? It wasn't the blacks.
Bro, let's be real. Mikey Garcia, it was a contribution of both, bro. The money, the fame, you know what I'm saying, the glory,
And
bro.
opportunity with who his family is. I get it.
When he fought Errol Spence, bro, let's really think about what Errol Spence was at the time.
He
Like,
didn't
was
even
the boogeyman at
try.
147.
He
Okay, I'ma
lost
ask
every
you-
round.
He
I'm
didn't
gonna
even,
ask you,
and he
like-
raised his hand like he won every round.
That's a price you pay, bro. When sometimes you reach too high to the sky, and sometimes you don't reach what
He
you
could
hope.
have
But he
fought
could have fought
Loma
Lomachenko
instead.
at
He could have
135.
fought Loma
For
instead.
undisputed. For
For
undisputed.
Or he
doesn't
could have
wanna
fought
do-
Crawford.
He doesn't want to do no business with Bob Arum, bro. After Bob Arum,
So it's a business decision then.
It's
Well,
not
then that's a
business
duck.
Legacy.
decision, bro.
That's a duck.
That's a duck, though.
It's not a
I would-
dog, bro.
Yes, it is.
It's about
Because you
the
don't want to fight the best.
Hey, let me tell you this. When
His
Bob
own
Arum didn't want to
fucking
do...
father, his own brother, I mean,
Bro,
said
would you
Loma
do
is a
business-
more dangerous
would
fight for
you-
Mikey than Errol. And
would
look
you
at
do-
what Errol did
Would
to him.
you do business with somebody that just fucked you over like Bob Arum did to me?
I would.
Bro, I'm
I
gonna
don't
tell you
care.
this.
The
I'm
price
gonna
is
tell you
right.
this though.
You're
Here's the
right.
thing.
That's fine. You're a cuck, bro.
When Bob Arum
Cuck,
didn't want to
it's
do
called
business, hey, when
It's
Bob
called the
Arum,
business.
Bro. You're a cuck.
hey, hold on. When Bob Arum didn't want to do business with Regendow, Lomachenko said, "Fuck it, I want that fight. All right, you give me that fight. That's the
He's a
fight I
midget,
want."
that's one.
At the time, people were calling him out, saying that he, bro, he took the fight.
He didn't even want credit for the win. He said the win's meaningless. I was supposed to destroy this bum.
Damn,
Schneider
bro.
wants a link.
Who? Oh.
Hey,
Schneider.
but look, I mean, I like Mikey, but I'm gonna be honest. He's just a good fighter. He's nothing special.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, well, you
He's
say
strong.
that once he lost already,
Strong.
but when he was in his prime, fighting champion after champion, moving up in weight division,
No, he didn't
People-
fight champion after champion.
bro, yes, he did. And he fought
Nope.
Robert Easter. He fought for the WBC title against some fucking Russian dude. I forgot his name, the one he knocked out cold.
But why didn't he stay at
Lipinets?
135?
Contender after contender.
Knowing- Hefe, why didn't he stay at 135 when it was obvious that Lomachenko was going to go up there? And the reason Lomachenko was going to go up there was hopefully to fight him.
I got a question for you, bro. When you do business with somebody that just fucked you over, bro.
Yeah, I would try to knock his boy out if I was real confident. I'd be like,
Hell
fuck
yeah.
him and his
Okay,
boy.
let me put this perspective. Let's say this dude raped you in the ass. Would you still do business?
Come on, man.
Oh my gosh, you're making a lot of analogies that have
Listen,
nothing to
listen.
do with
If he
each
raped
other.
me in the ass, I'll be trying to kill him.
Oh,
That's
exactly.
what I'm saying, bro. So why the fuck would you even do business with him?
Come
Well,
on.
that's what
Yeah.
recognizes making a point. He would knock out. He would try to. I would try to knock out his
You know
his
how many Golden Boys? Wait. Listen. You know how many Golden Boy fighters hated Al Heyman, but did Oscar not keep sending his fighters to go try and knock out Al's mini man?
Because they're cucks, bro. As they
No,
said
no,
that.
Hey, I got a question though. This is for the panel. How would you rank the Eastern Europeans in order from recent times? To me, I got Usyk, Klitschko, Loma, Kovalev, Triple G.
Triple G. There it is.
Oh, so you mean
I don't
all
have a
time?
problem.
not-
of
I put
recent.
I don't have a.
I put Golovkin over Kovalev.
I don't have
Yeah,
a
I
problem.
would.
Kovalev
I
has
would
a
put.
better resume, in my opinion.
I don't have a problem with your list, L Dog. I would just probably do a little different, but I think your list is just fine. It's
And then I would also add Costazu because he's from the Soviet Union, although he's from Australia. But
Yeah.
I would add Costazu in there.
real quick. We have a few new people, Snyder and Rafa. I don't think I've ever spoken to you before, but thanks for coming on. Oh, I got him on mute. Sorry, let me unmute him.
Hey,
You're
what's
on
going
mute.
on, guys? You know me, same old shit. But what's going on, Rafa? Introduce yourself, man. You're a new guy, right?
Yes, I've been listening to you guys for a long time. Well, maybe like a year, or whenever Recognize started his stream. Uh, uh, I listened to BDA for about a year.
Okay.
Well, it's nice to meet
Oh,
you,
you have
bro.
good taste. You have good taste in channels, brother. Good job.
Yeah,
Salute.
Thank you.
it's great to meet you.
Anybody ever told you sound a little bit like BDA?
No,
No,
That's a compliment. That's not a bad thing. It's a compliment.
he's like, no.
I'll take it.
I sound like I was told I sound like Fight Scout.
Oh yeah, I did call you. I always get confused between you and Fight Scout.
Well, I'm not from Minnesota. I'm from Orlando. Well, Puerto Rico, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Hey, Rafa,
So
what
what?
do you? Hey, Rafa, what do you think about what we're talking about right now? What do you got? I'm interested. You're a newcomer to this, so what are you thinking about what they're talking about right now?
well, I've been following boxing since I was my dad took me to my first boxing match. My dad took me to watch James Buddy McGirt versus Frankie Panchito Warren when Buddy McGirt won his IBF title.
Wow.
Ringside.
No,
We were right behind Frankie Panchito Warren's wife, and she was crying when he got knocked out. And I got hooked onto boxing, and I've been following Mikey, and I think Mikey has been playing hopscotch. You know, he doesn't want to fight. Like he didn't want. I think he quit against Salido. I lost money. I bet my son, and but I think he quit against Salido. I think HBO bailed them out. I think Top Rank pits their fighters sooner or later down the line. They're gonna want their pound of flesh, and I think when it was time for Mikey to pay, he didn't want to pay, so he fought with him, and he's been playing the people. I think he's been playing the people, and he got exposed. And but I lost faith in him when he quit against Salido.
Agreed, brother.
I have a
agree
question for you, Rafa.
I agree 100%.
When you started watching boxing, because you didn't say like how old were you at the time when you first watched that first fight? How old were you at that by then? By then?
I was probably like, I don't remember. I just remember going to that boxing match. 'Cause I remember telling my dad. My dad has always been he's always been a boxing fan. He used to be. He passed away, but so I remember one time I told my dad about some kids fighting in school, And I thought, man, it was a good fight. He goes, "You want to see a good fight?" And he took me to a good fight.
Okay.
That's a good
Okay.
fight.
Now I was just asking you, how old were you at by
I
then?
don't
How old were
remember.
you?
I don't remember. I know I was maybe
Okay,
like
okay.
17.
He was a kid.
It
He
could
was
be
a
an
kid, right?
it could be an estimate. It could be an estimate.
Oh
Like I
Jesus
started
Christ! Why are you so infatuated?
started watching boxing when I was like 10. I can remember that, like 10
I
years old.
started watching
9,
boxing
10.
when I was like 7.
13.
I watched it when I was in the womb. I beat you all.
I
I was watching boxing before I was thought of.
was watching boxing when I was watching Tito Trinidad versus Oscar in my mother's womb.
I was watching boxing while I was still a nut in my father's
And let
balls.
me take it, you beat them both out to get to that womb first, right?
Anyway, man, it's good to have you guys on, man. Good to newcomers, definitely like that. So yeah, anyway, that's the whole Mikey Garcia
I used to like him.
all-time great situation.
Yeah, Mikey Garcia, to me, he's just an overrated fighter. He gets way too many credit than what he deserves. I mean,
And this is what's wrong with boxing
And
fans.
countless
As soon as
opportunities.
something goes wrong, they take an L. They didn't train. Sometimes you have a bad training camp, bro. Sometimes you go and injure, bro. Boxing fans tend to shit on these fighters, bro. No wonder they don't want to take hard fights, bro. Mikey Garcia has done things that a lot of fighters don't do, which is move up and weight. We like to glorify dudes like Triple G that just stay in one weight class and weight bully these dudes all their career. Meanwhile, Mikey
bully?
Garcia.
first of all, Matthew Macklin is a much better name than all of Mikey Garcia ever fought. Like in Matthew
That's not my
Macklin
point, bro.
or
Moving up
I
in
wouldn't
weight.
say
Murray.
that.
No.
Salido is way better than Macklin.
No, Murray is better than Slatish.
Salido is
certainly
better
wasn't
than
a
every
weight
win
bully
Triple
and
G has.
nobody.
Nah, you're trolling, L Dog. You are
Who's the
trolling,
better
L.
win than Salido? Who's a better win on Triple G's resume?
Lemieux.
Danny
Lemieux.
Jacobs.
Lemieux is not as
Lemieux.
accomplished as Salido.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Has Lemieux beat 2 pound-for-pound fighters? Because Salido has.
Yo.
I wouldn't count
Lemieux should
Lomachenko
have
because
did
he
this
didn't
Loma
win
fight
against
as a Loma
Loma.
fight.
He didn't win
Look,
against Loma.
Whether we like it or not, he
He
did,
beat
man.
Loma,
And
bro.
he
What the
still
fuck are you
hasn't
talking
knocked.
about?
Like, here's the thing about Salido, dude. We gotta stop sleeping on this dude. He was like a 3-time featherweight world champion.
Yeah, because he got beat so many times. Though,
He
dog.
got beat.
beat, bro. He got beat
Okay,
up
but that
in a lot of
still is
fights.
what you count in legacy is how many times you want to bout.
Yeah, but I would say
Lemieux won.
Martin Murray. I would say Martin
No,
Murray,
what you're counting
Lemieux,
legacy is how
Jacobs. They
many
were all better
fucking
than him.
good fighters you beat. Not
Yeah,
how
and
many
Salido beat more good
lost
fighters than
and then
Lemieux.
came back and lost and came back and lost and came back. That's
Yeah,
like
I mean, I gotta
won
extrapolate on what. No, go
middleweight
ahead.
title 6 times. Yeah, it means
Wait,
5
no.
nobody's beat his ass.
There's guys he lost to real quick. There's
And
guys
also, he
lost
beat
to.
Canelo twice.
Hold on. He also lost to guys that he never revenged. He just said, "Fuck that. I'm leaving that alone."
Matter of
And
fact, I'll say this
and
about
God.
Lemieux. Lemieux never defeated a world champion in his career. Salido did.
Yup. Didn't
Cool.
Lemieux get knocked out by
Lemieux was
Marco
IBF
Antonio
champ.
Rubio, bro?
Lemieux had-
Yeah, but he won a vacant belt. He didn't actually
But
beat
I
a
thought it's
champion.
about winning belts.
It is when you beat a
Well, he
champion.
won a belt.
Yeah, but guess what? That's the only thing he ever did. And if we go by he won a
Yeah,
belt,
because
Salido
Triple
won.
G took him and held him.
Say what you want about David Lemieux. We are talking about David Lemieux. I'm not tripping right now, right? We're talking about
Yeah.
David Lemieux.
David Lemieux.
Yeah, that motherfucker is one of the hardest hitting guys I've seen. Like, he's top 50 of
And
what I've
He
seen.
bombs. He knocks
Like,
out bombs.
That boy
Oh,
hits
so does
harder than
Charlo
a
too.
fucking-
No,
No, he
No.
doesn't.
I was responding to Bay Area boxing. He was saying like he
Oh,
knocks
you were
out
making a
Bond.
joke. You were making
Yeah.
a joke. Okay.
I was making a joke, but
I'm not even a Charlo
No,
fan.
but Lemieux hits like a fucking truck.
yeah, like a mule.
That boy hits hard as
David
hell, dude.
Lemieux is nothing more than a Friday night fucking fighter, bro.
He has no
Local
boxing.
club fighter, bro.
Like, let me say this though before y'all jump all over me. Lemieux has shit for boxing skill though.
Yeah,
The guy
but
has no feet. The guy
not
has no.
every fucking boxer has these fucking pound for pound skill sets. Some just have one or two strengths that are far surpass everyone else in that level of strength, and it's more than enough to carry them to fucking titles. Look at like Kelly Pavlik. Couldn't box for shit, but if he hit you, you were out.
Look what happened. Yeah, well, look what happened with Kelly Pavlik.
But if he hit you, you were out. And no one ever shits on Julian Jackson.
That's the thing. Julian Jackson was not a good boxer.
At all.
He wasn't.
A fucking great fighter. That's all he was.
He just comparing them with Julian Jackson, bro. Like,
no, we just hit like
Julian
a
Jackson
mule.
listen. Julian Jackson gets hold on. Let me just finish this, right? Julian Jackson gets praised for his knockout ability.
Yeah, but
hold on. But what they don't tell you is he got knocked the fuck out so many times because his defense and his cement feet, like just standing right there. That's why he got knocked out.
Five times, I think, right? 5 times, I think it was.
Praising him, bro, because I've never heard like no real boxing fans.
Yeah, but you're not gonna tell me that Salido's a better legacy fighter than fucking Julian Jackson.
He's a better legacy fighter than Lemieux. That's the argument.
Yes,
yeah, he is.
Like, does anyone
Julian Jackson
might and think that? Does anyone think that Lemieux is a better fighter legacy wise than Salido?
Yeah, but wasn't Salido working a 9-to-5 job when he
What's
fucking
wrong
fought
about
him?
that, bro? What's wrong about working a 9-to-5, bro?
Because it means you can't spend all your time in the gym getting better.
Training.
You know what that
perfecting
tells me,
your
bro?
art.
You know what that tells me? You know what that tells me, bro? He's willing to grind it to get it, bro. That's the type of fighter he is, an old school fighter, bro. A man that works, you know what I'm saying, 9-to-5 and still goes and does that boxing workout, bro. Like Joe Smith Jr., like a lot of old school fighters, bro, that had to work, bro. They're hungry.
Is Joe Smith Jr. a better legacy fighter than Lemieux?
No, not at all.
Hell no.
I wouldn't.
Yes, he does.
Well, I mean, it's arguable, isn't it?
Arguable.
It's kind of arguable, right?
But I would say
he probably
no.
will end up a better legacy fighter.
But you see, he's only won in, like, you can make the same argument, like he's won a
But
title.
recognize, you see what you guys do, bro. Like you guys, like.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Bro. Like,
I'm saying that I can make the same argument.
No, hold on, bro. Just to shit on Mikey, you're willing to make all this shit up just to shit on Mikey. It's not about shitting.
Oh, Mikey's a fucking Jew. He fucking spent 2 years out there. Don't get me started on Mikey. Mikey is the most Jewish Mexican you've ever seen in your life.
But here's another thing. Mikey quit against Salido. I like this. I like this. How Salido was dirty versus Mikey, but he wasn't dirty. It's just a win's a win versus Lomachenko.
Yeah, recognize. Let me respond to this.
Mikey is a disrespect to
the
Mexican
Let me respond
race.
to this dude, Steven, bro. He
said,
respond to me. Let's go, bro.
He said Mikey's a Jew. How does he?
Mikey is. You know how Mikey? No, my bad. Good. Continue. My bad.
How is he a Jew when he fought against you in the courts?
Okay, you want me to explain it? Do you want me to tell you?
Let him explain. At his own game, bro.
Let Steven explain. Let Steven explain.
Let me tell you how Mikey is the most Jewish Mexican you ever met in your life. This guy, who was a top tier, just blue chip, right? He was amazing back in the day. What did Top Rank? What did he do? He fucking, the ultimate Jew hired him, right? Bought him. Guess what happened? He started to try to make him fight real fights, and he didn't like the money. So what he did was he fought. Let me finish. You asked me to explain how he's a Jew. So he got these fights.
Nothing wrong with being a Jew, by the way.
So Bob Arum put these fights in the Top Rank. Bob Arum, the ultimate Jew, put these fights in front of him, and he was like, "Okay, I'll fight him." And they're like, "Okay, this much money." And he said, "Oh, I'm not doing that. These fights for that much money." And he's like, "Well, there's a contract." And then he said, "Well, I don't give a fuck if there's a contract. My back hurts." And then next thing you know, 2 years later, he's fighting it in court, right? So 2 years out of the ring, he gets out of the contract. He basically ducked his own contract. Fuck a fight. Fuck ducking a fight. He ducked a contract. Fuck a fight.
Yeah,
So
Warren
finally,
touches
let
all
me finish.
kinds of
Then he
shit,
got
bro.
out of that contract with Tom Prank, and then look what he did. He was like, "I'm my own man. I'm not tailored to any promoter. I can go where I want, right?" And then he cherry picked and did his thing, and then what did he do? He sold his soul, knowing damn well he was gonna lose to Errol Spence, right? But he did it because he was going to get however many millions it was. And then he lost every fucking round of it. He convinced the Mexican fan base, and he was fist pumping after every round he lost, right? And then look at this next fight. And then the most recent fight, he's doing the same thing, right? Getting millions to fight nobody, and then he's fucking doing the same thing, right? Like, get out of here. This guy is foolish. He's inactive, right? He has a Mexican fan base that backed him up. And honestly, I don't really care about Mikey Garcia, but if I was a Mexican and I was a fan of him, I would feel disrespected. I would feel robbed. And I would feel like I wanted a refund from that motherfucker because he has totally pulled the wool over so many eyes. He went up to 147. He should be at 135. That goddamn chorizo eating motherfucker. That motherfucker should stop eating, get down there. Like, are we forgetting? Do I really need to get into how he totally dodged Loma? Like, do I really need to get into all the people he dodged at
All right, bro.
135 and
You've been talking
140?
enough, bro. He never
Nah,
dug no
all
fucking
right,
Loma, bro.
tell me something
He
I
never
said
dug
wrong.
no fucking
Tell me
Loma,
something
bro.
I said
He
wrong about
Go
absolutely
Mikey
did.
Garcia.
His
go
brother
debunk
said he did.
Steven.
His own
El
brother
Jefe,
said he
debunk
dug
him.
Loma.
Let me make my point. You guys keep on cutting me off, bro, because I could body this nigga, bro.
But
All
his
right,
own
body
brother
me, bro.
said
Well,
he
then
Body
go
dug
me.
Loma.
ahead. Go
You're too
ahead.
bad, bro. This dude said he dug Lomachenko. I just said it before, and I'm gonna repeat it again just in case you didn't hear it, bro. How can you duck somebody that just fucked you over? Bob Arum fucked Mikey Garcia over, and you're gonna say, "Oh well, Mikey Garcia is a Jew because he wanted more money." That's not what it's called, bro. It's called negotiation, bro. You get what you deserve, bro.
But he had
Mikey
a
Garcia was
contract.
no.
He
You're
had a
cutting me off,
contract
bro.
that he had to
You're
follow.
cutting me off, bro. If he broke his contract, then why did he win in the court? Explain to me that.
Well, that's because he
He
bought
went
the
in the
judges,
court.
first of all.
That's
He
why
bought
he
the
went in the
judges.
How
court.
did he
He
win in the
didn't
How
court,
did he
bro?
win the
sat
court,
out.
first of all?
He sat out
He got out of his contract, bro.
because he
But by
sat
setting
out.
Because he
out,
sat
that's
out.
sitting
There's
out.
no
Exactly.
winning in
No,
court.
bro. Because Bob Arum had to pay him money, bro. See, that's what you guys don't know, bro. If you go back
That's
to
called
these court,
settlement. That's called settlement.
okay,
It's not.
okay,
It's not.
okay,
It's
okay,
not. It's
okay,
not.
okay,
It's not
okay,
necessarily if
okay,
the
bro, okay,
if
bro.
Bob
But
Aaron lost or won.
if he
It's a
broke
settlement. It always
if he broke his
happens.
contract, if he broke his contract, then Mikey Garcia would have never won in the court, bro. So
He
you
didn't
guys
win
are
in
wrong,
court.
bro, for even saying that, bro.
He didn't
He won
win
the
in
case, bro.
court.
Mikey Garcia won the case. He beat the Jew at his own game, bro. He went
No,
on
he
to the
didn't.
PBC to make a
No, he
lot of fucking money,
No, he
bro,
didn't.
which is a
Bob
lot of
said,
what
"You
the
want to
fighters
go do
want,
that?
bro.
Fine,
Like, come on,
go.
man.
That's not winning in court."
Bro, you ain't never even been in court, bro. You don't know shit about the court.
Well, then
game,
why
bro.
didn't he fight for
I've been
2
in court my
years if he
whole life.
wasn't winning?
I know
No, you
more about
haven't,
it than
bro.
you
He's a
ever will.
square, bro.
Oh, jeez.
Ah, man. If he taking losses and he
It's not,
resorted
bro,
to
because I'm giving them facts, bro, and they keep on like denying.
What
shit.
facts?
What facts?
Alternative
You're
facts, you
lying.
mean?
You're lying.
Alternative facts, you mean?
Bro, I'm willing to move off this topic, bro, because we could last hours here debating.
Oh, of course
this.
you want to move off it because you don't know how to defend it.
Because he lost.
Yeah.
No, bro. Like, I want to talk about Haney and Teofimo. That's another big topic I want to talk about, bro. Like, I'm done.
Well, that
talking
is the
about
topic. Look. To be
Oh,
fair,
God.
we're not gonna agree. We don't agree with the whole Mikey thing,
Look,
right?
Mikey had
No, Mikey is a
three
fucking.
damn good wins. You know, he had
Bro,
Roman
and I already
Martinez,
said this, bro. Like,
Juanma, and Salido. Damn good wins. Give him his respect.
Dude, if Mikey was motivated, stayed at 135, I think he could have legitimately beaten guys like Loma or Teofimo, especially
You're being
Teofimo.
very generous, bro.
No. I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying. Motivated. It's called being motivated,
Yeah.
right?
That's the key word.
Hey, recognize. I don't know if you want to do this some other day, bro. We could do it on Anthony's channel, bro. Like, I'm willing to do a Lincoln Douglas type of debate regarding this topic, bro. For a real formal debate, bro, between me and Steven or me and Anthony, bro, I'm willing to have that, bro, and we could conclude who wins this argument, bro, because that's the only way we could do it.
I don't give two
Yeah, it's cool,
fucks
bro.
about Mikey.
Oh, and also I forgot one thing. Mikey also ducked Linares, that's for sure.
Fucking A did.
Son, damn.
Fucking A
What's going
did.
on?
I'm gonna be honest, man. If they fought, Mikey would have iced him.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know. We don't know about that.
They should
Let-
fight
We
like
never
now.
know.
Yo.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep
Oh,
it real.
yeah, I'll keep it real. I actually, like, I know you troll a lot and motherfuckers don't respect you, but I actually think, like, sometimes
What are you
when you're
talking to,
not
bro? I've
trolling,
never trolled. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not talking to you, bro. I'm talking to fucking.
Hey, he told you he ain't talking to you. Calm down. He said, Hefe, calm your ass down.
Nah,
Hey,
he's
bro,
talking
this
to me,
hold on,
but
bro.
here's
Hold
the
on,
thing,
hold on,
dude.
bro.
Like,
I gotta
if you
confront this
want to
dude,
live
Steven,
in
bro.
La
Hold
La
on,
Land
hold on.
and pretend like
L-Dog,
Linares would have
I gotta
survived,
confront.
I mean,
But he didn't fight him,
I wasn't
L-Dog.
talking
He
to
did
you,
not
He
fight
bro.
him.
he didn't fight
fight him.
Linares.
L-Dog, let me
He ducked
just say this.
Linares.
Hold on, bro.
Docking someone doesn't mean you'll lose to them.
No,
Hold on.
exactly. I'm not saying
Hold
you
on,
would.
bro. Hold on,
but
bro. Because the same thing.
But
But he
fight.
should have fought him
Other
regardless.
fighters, bro. Come on.
I would say Linares late.
Linares a fucking bum. Come on.
Mikey
You would-
Garcia's
you
got
would
no
pick
heart.
Linares
Mikey
to
Garcia is
beat
a fucking
Mikey?
bum too. I mean, Mikey Garcia is a bum.
Wait,
Bruh.
who said they'd pick Mike Linares to beat Mikey?
Me.
Jerson.
Bro, and you
I
said he
would.
would stop him.
I said
Rafa
I
said
would.
me. Rafa was like me.
Bro, you guys would
Linares,
pick.
Linares
I'll
would
tell you
stop
why.
Mikey.
L-Dog. Here's the thing. I'll tell you why. Speed.
Good shit.
Speed
Bruh.
kills. Listen, if Martin could outbox him, what do you think Linares would do?
Ooh,
Yo,
damn.
Linares is a.
I mean, that's a good point, but by that I don't like that logic so much because we can just say, well, if you know, if Jeff Horn beat Pacquiao, what do you think
But he
Thurman would do?
didn't.
But he
Oh,
didn't.
stop
That's
it,
the thing.
man,
He
for fuck's
didn't.
sakes.
They usually at least use a better analogy.
Okay, fine. If little old like some Asian from where I don't even know where knocked Pacquiao the fuck out, I mean, what do you think Thurman
Yeah,
would
but-
do to him?
That's like a hypothetical, and you're like throwing it.
Yeah,
out
that's
there,
exactly the same type of argument he's doing. What I'm saying
Oh,
is, here's
well.
the thing.
Yeah,
here's
but
the thing
Manny
about,
was a teenager.
We're talking about two
oh,
world-class
excuses,
fighters.
dude. Like, let's just get over it. Here's the reality about Linares.
But they never fought. We'll never know, man.
Here's the
Listen,
thing
Mikey
about
would have been
Linares.
too.
Good
I used
fighter.
to like Mikey a lot. Hold up.
Hold on,
But
bro.
he would've
Good
been too
fighter,
slow
but
for
he has
Linares.
no
One at a
chin.
time, one at a time,
He
gentlemen.
has no chin. Do you think Linares could take a Mikey punch?
Yes.
Yeah, actually,
I think he can because he's
I do.
pillow fisted. He's pillow fisted. First of all, Mikey Garcia is pillow fisted. First of all,
He couldn't knock out Robert Easter Jr.
Wait, what the fuck did this dude just say? Mikey Garcia's pillow fisted.
Who has a
yes,
better chin?
yes, I'm
Linares?
saying that. I am
How
saying
would I
that.
say he's
You've
pillow
never
fist?
watched
Real quick,
fucking
quick.
boxing.
Well,
You
not
haven't
pillow
watched
fisted,
Right,
but
boxing.
he.
hold
I'll
on,
say he's a moderate
guys.
puncher.
Who has a better chin, Linares or Robert Easter Jr.?
Robert Easter, bro.
Linares.
Robert
Fucking
Easter.
Linares has a fucking
You think so?
glass chin.
Yeah, because I mean, Linares has been knocked the fuck out like a bunch of times, dude. That's the thing.
Knock the
Linares
fuck out. Knock the fuck
Nah,
out.
he didn't get
out.
knocked the
He's
fuck
talking
out.
about- Nah.
Kano knocked him the fuck out.
knocked out, dude. He got knocked
Stop.
out by. Hold
Stop.
on. How many? Let me ask
Don't
you guys
stop.
this question real quick.
Kano
How
was
many?
was
No. Let me
Kano
ask you
was
guys
at-
I
this.
don't look like Mongia in
Since
that
you
ring.
guys want to talk about Linares, how many times has Linares been knocked out? Do you guys know?
4
Three.
times.
He was never
Four.
knocked out cold. That's for
Five.
sure.
5. He was knocked out 5
Right,
times
because
over the course of his career.
Brandon,
5
you
times.
sound like a fucking
Yeah, but
Wilder
they-
fan saying, "Oh, he hasn't been knocked out cold, bro, so it doesn't count."
Yeah. Nah,
He's been
this is what I'm
shocked,
saying. Like, Linares is a good boxer, but dude, if you had power like Mikey did, he would have caught him and knocked him the fuck out at some point. I don't care how many rounds Linares.
But
would
first,
have been up.
hold on. Wasn't DeMarco elbowing Linares? Wasn't he fighting dirty? I mean, I saw him. He was fighting dirty.
He sound like a Wilder fan, bro.
Shit. Yo, L Dog, you actually brought up a really good point. L Dog, guess who hit Linares clean many times, and he ate it and didn't even.
Yeah,
see
the fucking the most pillow-fisted
Devin
fighter
Haney.
in the world, Devin Haney.
Haney.
That's what I'm saying. Like
He
Devin
took-
Haney ain't shit, dude.
Yo, he ate that shit.
He
That's
knocked-
what
he
made.
knocked Devin
made
Haney.
He
But is
made
this the
Devin Haney
standard-
be
is
a
this the
bitch for
standard
the
we're
last
holding-
2 rounds.
Is this the standard we're holding Linares' chin to? Oh, he took
Well,
Devin
Can we
Haney.
not?
Look at
and
Jack
let me-
Judah. Zav
let me say
Jr.'s
another
never
thing.
been
Can we-
knocked out cold, and everyone calls him Chinny.
Right,
Yeah,
look, the
that's a
guy's
good
Ginny,
example.
okay? He got stopped 5 times.
And can we
Linares'
stop
problem-
acting? Yo,
Linares' problem. Look, Linares, great offense, great hand speed, great combination puncher, good fundamentals, but poor defense and a horrible chin.
Can we stop acting like goddamn Linares isn't like one of the best combination punchers and like at one point one of the pound for pound motherfuckers? Like he is an amazing fighter. I
Linares was
never
pound for
missed a
pound.
Linares fight. I always watch his fights. He
Linares.
was beautiful. He was like poetry in motion. The guy is a fucking amazing fighter, dude.
He was a good fighter. He was not a great fighter.
Yeah, you're fucking nuts. He was an amazing fighter.
Bro,
It's just
what
a
are you
shame. It's
arguing
just a
about?
shame that he no L Dog. The only thing that stopped him from being like truly great was he didn't have the best chin.
Wait,
That's
Yeah, the
all.
chin. Exactly. That's his weakness.
Hold on, bro. Going life and death with Luke Campbell, somebody that Ryan Garcia knocked the fuck out of,
Oh,
bro.
God.
You're gonna tell me
Well, are
that
you
that's
trying to
an
use?
all-time
Are you trying to
great?
use triangle
Really?
theories? Are you really trying to use triangle theories,
Going
El
life and
Jefe?
death with
You
Luke
are
Campbell
trying
He
to.
didn't.
and great, bro.
Yo,
You are trying to make a triangle theory. You're trying to say that Linares didn't drop Luke Campbell and Ryan Garcia knocked them out easy. Are you trying to say that because of that, Ryan Garcia would beat Linares? Get the fuck out of
That's
here.
not what I
My
said,
biggest
bro.
gripe
Now
with
you're making shit
Mikey,
up,
my
bro.
biggest gripe was with Mikey was always seeing that he never was fully exposed in this manner, but I always saw that he was on the verge of quitting when shit got tough.
Anthony, you see a lot of shit that makes no fucking sense, bro. So I don't even believe
Oh,
you.
Oh,
I'm the only person that's
Oh,
ever
wow.
pointed this out. I'm the only one, huh?
Yeah, how many predictions have you gotten wrong, bro? Like, let's be real, man. Like,
Hardly
Oh,
any.
because that makes sense.
Yeah,
Alright.
that
that
makes a
makes
lot of
sense.
sense, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, I trust people that actually break down these
Everyone
fights and
knows in
get
that
their
Lipinets
predictions
fight when he
correctly,
was
bro.
fucking running, he had the look of fucking I don't want to be here anymore.
Bro, have you ever
Did he
been in the
fight
ring,
down
bro?
and fight through? Yeah, but what if that shit didn't?
Hey, he pulled a Johnny Boy. I don't want to be here anymore.
No,
Let's not talk about Johnny Boy.
I'm
Continue.
talking about Mikey.
Anthony, have you ever been hit, bro, with a body shot that hurts you, bro, and you do like certain faces? You know what I'm saying? Even
Yeah.
though you try to hide it. So
Yeah.
it happens in the sport of boxing, bro. Sometimes you have that look that you don't want to be there, but that doesn't mean you don't want to be there, bro. It's just it's a natural
I know,
reaction.
but then when I add that in with him saying like he don't love this shit, he's just here for the payday. When a fighter says that, like fighters, you know, a great fighter, they're willing to fucking give it all in that ring. And when any of us hear a fighter talking about they don't love this shit anymore, blah blah blah, what does that say to us? He has one foot out the door.
Well,
And
let's
he
be
has
real.
said that countless times.
Let's be
It's
real.
promotional suicide.
Mike Tyson used to say the same thing. Mike
And
Tyson
he didn't
said,
want to be there, and he had heart issues.
Mike Tyson, in the beginning of his career,
And
when
he had heart issues.
hold on, bro. Let me say this. Mike Tyson early
No,
in
so
his
you just
career.
shot yourself in the foot.
No, bro. Let me
You
fucking
gave a
explain,
perfect
bro.
example
Let me
of a
fucking
fighter with heart
explain.
issues.
Let me fucking explain, bro. Mike Tyson early in his career, bro, in the 80s when he was knocking motherfuckers out, bro, clean and smooth the fuck out, bro.
And
used
he
to
had
say,
heart issues then
for
too.
fuck's sake, bro. Let me fucking explain.
You just did
he
in the
used to-
'80s when he was knocking everyone out.
No,
He still
okay.
said it,
Mike
and he still had
Tyson.
heart issues.
Mike Tyson used to say he went into the ring with fear, bro. He was scared. He had panic attacks.
No,
So it's a
he didn't
natural
say panic
reaction
attacks.
to have fear to
He
show
didn't say
those
panic
fears, bro.
attacks. He said the closer he got
But
to the ring, he felt more brave and more brave.
that
and more
doesn't mean
brave.
that doesn't mean he's not giving it 100%, bro.
Oh my God! Stop with that shit. I'm gonna tell y'all some
Mike
shit right
had
now.
heart issues. Everyone knows it. He's my favorite fighter, and I can admit it.
Lack of fear is not. Lack of fear isn't the mark of courage. Courage is knowing
Fighting
fear and
through that
overcoming it,
fear.
dude. Like, if you're not afraid coming into the ring, like, have you ever, like, maybe y'all haven't had, maybe some of y'all haven't had a fight, but you know when you're about to have a fight and you get that, you get that fucking, you get that
The
fucking like
adrenaline, bro.
that adrenaline and shit. You know you're about to like punch this motherfucker in the face. Like, come on, man. You get scared, man. You get scared. You don't know if you're about to get your brain scrambled on the fucking concrete. You don't know that shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So
You
when
know?
you say, "Oh, Mikey has this look in his face like he wants to quit," that doesn't mean he's
Oh,
gonna
Mikey's
quit.
a fucking dirty little fucking Jew who fucking cashed out.
Hey, we gotta be careful, dude.
Yeah. First of
Oh,
all,
my bad. I'm sorry. Mikey
Jay
is
or something.
no. Let me finish. Mikey is greedy, and he only cares about money, and he only took this fight that we just
Hey,
seen
but
him
he said it.
lose.
He said it.
You gotta chill with the whole anti-Semitic shit, bro.
Hey,
Like,
hey,
some
listen,
of
man.
us might be Jewish
Hey,
on here, bro.
listen. I'm Jewish, bro. I'm Jewish. I do the whole dreidels. I spin the dreidels and eat latkes. I do the whole thing, bro.
All right, but Mikey Garcia, listen, he's already said that he boxes for the money. He's a prize fighter. I get it. It's fine.
Can you show me the link where he said that?
Well, I mean, there's plenty of articles, man.
I think it
can't
was
send
Robert
you-
Garcia who said that.
Yeah, he didn't say that, bro.
Okay, so
you're
Robert
taking it out of
Garcia said
context.
my brother fights for the money, which is everybody that's in his
So
position.
if I go to other streams and say recognize told me that he likes sucking, we already know.
No, I'm not. Listen. Well, you
Hey,
didn't let
but
me-
if that was
you guys didn't let me
recognized as
finish.
brother and head
First of all,
trainer,
he said is he's a prize fighter. That's what he is. Okay, and you can tell by the look. I have no doubt in my mind that at 135, a Mikey Garcia that's focused is a threat for everybody at 135 when he was in his prime, right? Because he's older now, so maybe he's lost his motivation. He can't make that weight no more. But he kind of let that go early to make a big money fight with Earl Spence, right? I mean, he got a lot of money for that fight.
Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt, but can someone answer me this question? Why was this fight at a 145-pound catch weight? Because I didn't catch that.
I don't
because
know.
Mikey couldn't make 140.
Yeah, he couldn't make
Is
weight
that
40.
why?
Yeah.
He can't make it no more. He kind of, and I think he let himself go in terms of like discipline to make 135. Let's be honest, man. 135 is his best weight. Not
Hold on.
147.
Let me be precise.
Ferraris
Mikey
and
said-
chorizo.
Mikey said he could make 140, but he just didn't feel like making it. So,
Yeah. for
you know,
sure.
if we
Facts,
take him
Mike
at
Lewis.
I'll take him at his word, you know. But again, that's part of the fighter's lifestyle, the fighter's mentality, making weight. Making weight might be harder than some fucking fights.
Right, but you would say Mikey Garcia kind of just let his discipline go, right? Like he said,
Yeah,
"All
but
right,
that's 5 pounds.
He should have
I'm
stayed at
sure
135.
everyone here has lost that average, whatever the average turns out to your weight, can cut that weight in a fucking month, no problem.
absolutely."
So why wouldn't he? Like that?
Well,
that's
because you know
ridiculous.
what? You know why? He's gaining more weight when he's not boxing now. And that's part of him saying, you know, forget about the
fucker
135.
lives in the gym.
Dude,
Yeah.
Mikey Garcia looks like me at 147, and that's a problem. I have a dad bod. I look like a baked potato. Like,
What up,
that's-
Jed? Jed's asking for the link.
Yeah, I dropped it. I dropped the link, Jed.
I mean, if you're a baked potato and you have gloves on, that's a problem.
Because Tyson Fury looks like a fucking baked potato.
Well, he's fucking 7'9",
He looks
and
like
he's like a
mashed
gypsy who
potatoes, bro.
fucking.
Mashed
I would
potatoes.
say Tyson Fury looks like a melted candle.
Mashed potatoes.
He actually does, man.
Hey,
Mashed
Johnny
potatoes
Boy
in
looks like a
whole
mashed potato,
fucking
bro.
bag.
With the fight.
But I'll say this, dude. you know, that fight must have been fixed because Wilder, he had that Shango energy.
I know where you got that from. I know where you got that from.
Yo,
The Shango.
I
fucking
don't.
L-Dog.
Where did he get that
L-Dog,
from?
man. I
Wait,
swear
wait,
to
wait,
God,
wait.
Papa
man.
Shango?
You said Shango or you said
Is that
Chango?
from like Papa Shango?
I don't know. There's some like Pan African dude called Dr. Umar, and he was reacting to the fight, and he's like, "Oh, don't tell me the brother lost. They must have rigged it."
Oh,
Wilder
Jesus
coming
Christ.
in there,
He
built
was in
like
Shango shape.
yeah, he was like an African warrior in
Yeah.
Shango shape.
Is he talking about Dr. Umar Fight Camp? Frank?
Oh, no,
Oh.
Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson.
Oh, okay.
No, Umar Fight Camp already said what he feels about Wilder, and they don't like him for that.
Oh, okay.
No, he said, "Listen, it is
Damn,
what it is,
can't a
man."
fucking brother have their own opinion without getting outcasted, man?
Oh shit! Hey,
That's
Rafa.
something.
Hey, Rafa. You're kind of new to the stream or whatever. What do you think about that whole Wilder Fury in the aftermath and what Wilder was saying the whole time? But like, what's your outlook or idea about that?
I like what happened to Wilder.
My man.
Yeah, I
Very
like it
simple. I
too.
like you, Rafa.
That's why I said Fury's in my top 10 pound for pound just for doing that to Wilder. I'm
Hey, can I ask you guys a question?
Yes.
Rafa
Go ahead,
has
Rafa.
the best answer to that question of all.
Hey,
Go ahead, Rafa.
do you think that Bob Arum is gonna let Teofimo Lopez get away from a rematch with Lomachenko?
Oh, maybe.
He might not have a choice.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have control over that.
Yeah,
He
he
can
might
only
not have a
give
choice.
him a list of opponents. He can be like, "Look, I got these 3 fights for you. One of them can be Loma. Two other guys. Who else?" He
I don't
can't
know. I don't
force
think
Theo to take that
I don't
fight,
think
man.
Teofimo is gonna take that fight. I think Teofimo would rather fucking kill himself.
I don't think
he
Tio.
would.
I don't think Tio will take that fight. I don't think Tio will take.
Yeah, I don't think Tio wants to take that fight for the same reasons, in my personal opinion, why Salido didn't take the fight, right?
Yeah.
Salido didn't take the fight. He wanted way more money than he was asking for, right? And so, but basically, it was because he wanted that win. He wanted to stay, on his resume. There's a lot of dislike for
Same reason
Lomachenko.
Marquez wouldn't fight Pacquiao 5th time.
And I think a lot of reasons why there's dislike for Lomachenko. I heard L-Dog say this. I kind of agree, but I disagree at the same time. They see him as arrogant, and I see him as arrogant in the sense that
Let's be real, bro.
I'm willing to
Because
test
of that.
myself and see
It's
if I
not
can
because
win.
of that.
Yeah, but they don't recognize that kind of arrogance. They only see a guy who thinks he's gonna kick my ass. Fuck him.
Or he could, right? He could possibly do that. Yeah.
He could end up winning.
Well, he
the rematch.
believes that he's gonna kick my ass, so fuck him.
Look, Teofimo is young, man. He's 24, 23, something like that, right?
24 now, yeah.
24 years old. So I would never say Teofimo doesn't have a shot to beat Lomachenko in the rematch. He does. He has a good shot to beat him. But Teofimo knows that Lomachenko has a good shot of winning as well.
If Teojuo Lopez.
No.
No, let me finish this.
No.
Let me finish this.
Wait, time out.
Oh, my bad. All right, if
Time out.
Teofimo.
Wait, let me just say this.
I'm sorry.
Let me just say this. Let's lay off that because, again, I'm a small channel. I don't know if they'll even pay attention to me, but they could.
I'm sorry.
And
sorry.
And let's be honest, man. There might be some people that are that, and they don't want to be lumped into that conversation. You get what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Let me reframe it. And I won't do this again, and I won't make those. I'm Jewish. Hey, listen. Let me tell everybody.
You are offending me, bro. Like I'm a Christian.
El Jefe is Jewish, and I respect. I don't agree with a lot of things El Jefe says, but he is who he is, and I respect it for it.
Listen, I'm Jewish. I know my name was Steven Schneider, and I had My grandfather was in the guard tower and everything, but that's anyway. But I'll get away from that. But the simple fact is, everybody was, including me. I actually was really hyped on Teofimo. I really loved that he stepped up and he fought one of the pound for pound greats, right? And he stepped up and he did it and he fought him and it was a close fight and this, and he won, right? He won, okay. And then he had this little fight, and I will call it a little fight because tune up whatever with Cambosis, whatever. And Cambosis, I think, is a little bit better than people give him than a lot of people give him credit for. But at the same time, at the end of the day, hey, this is something that you should have got out of the way, and this has been dragging on for a year, all because hey, Triller, this, that, and the other thing. You're chasing a dollar, and you've dragged it out, and you be getting.
That's why I said,
pushed
listen, man,
around.
that whole situation with Devin Haney was pretty much staged. I'm not saying that it was staged like Devin Haney was going to be there because he understood that this guy was going to be there, Teofimo. And Teofimo likes this because it leads to talks about them fighting rather than him taking care of his obligation first. First and foremost, what's going on with Camboso. Second, like there's the rematch with Lomachenko. And if you can't make weight, why are you talking about 137.5 versus this guy, Josh Taylor, and then say we could fight for the lineal fucking 130, for the undisputed 135 and 140. You can't do that. Okay, so he knows that. That's just pretty much like him trying to get away from the real issues facing him.
Yeah, man, it's just all politics and it's moving. And like we were expecting Tio to be that, like, the one, like, the whole four queens thing. Like, he seemed to be the real one who got, I mean, how could you not be realer than fighting somebody like who he fought? And then he did it, and then okay, this, that, and the other thing, okay, you don't want to fight him again, but get this guy Cambosis out.
Excuse me, Mr.
Like,
Kyle, that's a violation of lockdown. I will be reporting you to the Sydney authorities.
No, but he's dragging it on, he's dragging it on, he's doing this, that.
Damn, I like the setup, bro. That's a nice boxing gym. Sorry.
Yeah, that is a nice gym.
Damn, that's a nice gym, bro. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's our gym, lad. That's Outlaw.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
So you
That train.
right?
And get my fat ass in the shape. Yeah, get my fat ass in the shape. I'll tell you that right now. Shit.
As long as L-Dog doesn't report it. Nah, this is open anyway, so it's all good.
El conformist. Let's call it El conformist.
Lockdown over now anyway. So. That's why I could show it on the camera. Yeah, here in Sydney it is, yeah.
Noise.
That's why I could show it on the camera, you know what I mean?
Oh, nice.
Hey, but yeah, to be honest, I still view Teofimo as the best out of those guys in terms of skill, talent, and his attitude.
Proven. I think he's more proven, right?
Yeah, this is what I like. Devin Haney was like, I got more followers than you, and Teo just straight up said, I got more belts than you. Like, that was a pretty good clapback.
That was, yeah.
Like, dude, you made him look like a fucking clown. Like, he was sitting there bragging about followers. Like, oh, look at me. Like, dude, the one thing I hope is that I hope at least 2 of these guys take an L. I don't really care who it's to, but I hope, like, I mean, the ones that need to take an L are like,
Dude, I never thought I'd hear the day where fighters yap about followers.
Exactly.
That's the new age boxing, man.
Knocked off your shoulder.
Look, I understand if at the post-fight presser you say something like, "Look how many people turned out to support me," or something, or you know, you say something like that.
Yeah.
That's different because that's talking about real fans who show up and show out. But dude,
And
fucking followers.
And look what Golden Boy's doing. Golden Boy is pushing this lady boy instead of pushing
Virgil Ortiz,
bro. This guy.
Because Virgil don't get on his knees for Oscar. That's why.
That's always going to be the case, man. So the real one, which seems to me to be Virgil, right? Like Virgil Look, I could be wrong. I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna say this, bro. If that kid keeps getting better, he keeps that passion, he's gonna be
He's a
a
problem.
beast, man.
He's
He's gonna
got
be a
that
world
grit.
beater. Yeah, he's gonna
He's
be a
got
world
that
beater.
grit too.
He's a
Virgil,
He don't give a
problem.
fuck.
But
Virgil,
then
I
he
think
likes.
he needs to sign to Top Rank, dude.
I
Virgil, he's
think he
already with
might need to. Yeah,
MTK.
or
Go to Top
something like
Rank.
that. Yeah, he needs
Thank
to
you.
go. Because okay, then you got Ryan Garcia, who's a talented kid in the sense that he's a big dude, he's a tall guy for the
Speed too.
speed and all that stuff. But he's like 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door. So he understands people only know him because of boxing. But then there's the second side of that. He loves that lifestyle and all that, all that shit that comes with it. Where Virgil Ortiz is the guy that's like, no. You're gonna know me for my boxing. That's how you're gonna know me.
I want to say one thing real quick about Virgil, about that signing the Top Rank and stuff. I think that might be a good deal too. But he said, Oscar's the one who gave me a chance when no one would. I get it. Ryan got a little more fame than me right now, so I'll wait my turn. I'll keep putting it in, doing my thing in the ring until I eventually develop this, this crowd that he has, and then hopefully Oscar will, kind of side with him or whatever you want to say. But if he goes, first of all, I do got to say, Oscar's been getting him the fights he needs as of now. He's building him damn good. He's getting him good fights. He's not like having him fight nothing but tomato cans. He's stepping them up properly. So as of now, Oscar hasn't fucked his career up yet. Now, if he goes with like Top Rank don't really got many people to put him in with either. Really, the only place he could go is fucking PBC, and you don't want him to do that because they'll literally make him fucking cannon fodder for all their black fighters, and they'll stack against the deck against them and get them fucking beat on a robbery or some shit. So I wouldn't sign with them if I was him. But then it's like, do you sign with Bob? Who does he have for you to fight? And then if you sign with MTK, okay, now you're just out in no man's land trying to work deals with everyone. Hopefully you get 2 fights a year, maybe. Like, he's in a tough spot right now,
Maybe I'm being
cocky. I'd say.
Maybe I'm. Oh, I thought you were done, dog.
No, I'm sorry. What I would say is for him to stay with Golden Boy just a little bit longer and see where this goes. The moment that Oscar starts playing him for the full, then he's gonna have to bust a move and go somewhere else, man.
And I agree, man. I agree with everything said. And I think up until now, I think Golden Boy's been moving him really well.
They have. They're doing a better job with him than anybody they have. So.
Because I think, but we're missing not.
But you also
like me and you.
But you got to look at this. He doesn't like doing interviews. Ryan loves the camera. He don't. He's like, I just want to get into that ring and let my boxing speak, as you said. Ryan, he don't want his boxing to speak. He wants to fucking go Gucci'd out to the show and be like, look at me, I'm famous. Look at me, I'm famous. And fucking Virgil's like, I'll knock your teeth out, bitch. That's Virgil.
He's a real one, man.
Yeah.
Virgil's a real one, man. He really is, man. I love that kid. I think he's one of my favorite. And he's not fuck that. He's a contender.
He is.
Virgil is a contender.
Out of all the new guys, he is my number one. I have the highest hopes for him. I think he's going to be something.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't let me down. I know that's like.
I hope
whatever,
women don't get to his head. Money eventually don't get to his head. Fame. I hope none of that gets to his fucking head.
He's got a good father, unlike a lot of fathers that we see.
Yeah,
he's got a good father. He's not trying to be in the limelight.
And he has a good team around him. A lot of former world champs, world contenders, amateur champions. Like that Garcia Academy is loaded with talent who have nothing but a ton of advice for him, man.
He's getting
a
good
ton
sparring.
of great advice, great sparring, great advice, all that good shit. So, I definitely say stick with them, because they'll lead him the right way. That's for sure.
Amen. Yep. Agreed. Yeah, man. Virgil's a real one.
Fuck it.
Unlike
fighters like What do you think, Rafa? What do you think about Virgil Ortiz?
I like Virgil Ortiz. I think maybe like 10 more fights down the line. I think he'll be ready for Crawford.
You think that much? You think that
10?
long?
Yeah.
10?
Yep.
Damn.
I kind of view boxing like.
But Crawford will be like 38.
Yeah, he'll be 38.
How old is Virgil?
Virgil's 23.
22, I think.
I think 10 fights, and they could be like 4 fights, maybe 5 fights a year.
I think he's ready.
Rafa's a promoter. Rafa's
I
his
like
promoter.
what Rafa just said. I like what Rafa just said right there. That 4 fights a year. Remember when Golovkin, Kovalev, all these guys were getting all this like natural fanfare from fighting 4 times a year? They were always on the tip of every boxing man's tongue because they were constantly on TV fighting.
Yeah.
If Virgil would do that for like the next 2 years, even if they're not the best opponents, just get him in the ring versus, top 20 guys or something, just have them blowing them out type thing, or just getting them experience and, 4 fights a year.
And I think that's what Rafa was saying, right? Like
that did wonders for guys like Kovalev and Golovkin, and it could definitely do the same for Virgil.
Like Virgil is so young. Why keep? Because Virgil is being getting stepped up. Let him get like let him go against why the fuck is he going against at his young age? Like, and I'm not arguing. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing him like get stepped up in every fight, but let him get on the stage. Let him get that.
Yeah, but when you beat a guy like Mean Machine, and you did it the way he did it, you can't help but to at least
get lesser guys.
Yeah, it just doesn't do anything for him.
And I like what L Dog just said here. Virgil should look to fight Evanescence. I said that on my stream last night because I was looking, who can this guy fight next? And Evanescence is one of the only guys I could come up with that is like a possible opponent for him. That would be a damn good fight for him.
What about Mikey Garcia?
They're gym mates, so
they probably won't do that. Yeah, they're gym mates. I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you guys something. Going back to Teofimo and Bob Arum, I think Bob Arum put his thumb on with the judges' cards. That's why he got the win against Lomachenko. I don't think he beat Lomachenko. I think Bob Arum didn't like how Teofimo behaved with going with Thriller, and I think he's gonna come back and he's gonna set it up where he's letting Teofimo talk a lot about fighting at 135 against Haney and 135. So he's giving him rope so he can hang him.
I agree with you, man.
And he's gonna come back and he's gonna tell Teofimo, look, you've been wanting to fight Haney, you've been wanting to fight all these 135s, so you can make 135. You're gonna fight Lomachenko because you're under contract.
Boom.
That's what I think is gonna happen.
Boom. Yep.
Yeah.
Boom.
Because listen, let's face it, he got that decision.
Yep.
So they can make him a star, right? Now they want him to have these fights, and I think that if he would have been willing to take these fights, I don't think Bob Arum would have probably been like, all right, listen, if you don't want to fight Lomachenko right now, it's fine. But because he's going to Triller, trying to get more money, trying to set up fights with guys like Devin Haney, and then saying, I want to fight, I can't make weight, but I want him to fight Josh Taylor at 137.5. I think now it's like I'm gonna take you to deep waters and see if you can swim. Go in there, you fight Lomachenko in a rematch. That's it. You fight.
Yeah, it's kind of backfired what Aaron did. I think Aaron probably wishes Loma won that fight now.
He definitely does.
Probably does. Exactly, outlaw.
Yep. Look, dude, Arum always does this. We've talked about it how many times. Arum will build a future star off of one of his already built stars. But you have to pay him back now because you owe him. And when you spit in his face like Tio did, oh, he got something for you now, boy. He got something for you now.
Yep. He's gonna put you in that big fight. He's gonna make you got to win it. It's up to you to win the fight.
Kind of like Rafa was saying. Yeah, like Rafa was saying.
Yeah, exactly what
Same
Rafa
thing,
was
man.
saying. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, I don't think Bob Arum is gonna let him off the hook.
No,
No,
Bob
he
Aaron's
ain't.
gonna.
He ain't.
hell no. You think that?
No,
Let
Aram's
Bob Aaron's
gonna
gonna tell
get
him,
his pint
listen.
of blood.
something.
Aram is gonna get his pint of blood from that kid one way or the other.
Yeah, Bob Aaron's gonna tell him, listen, Lomachenko or Taylor, pick one.
Yep. That's what I expect. That's what I expect. You want that money? Well, these are the guys who can give it to you. You choose. You pick your poison, my man.
Well, I'll
Taylor
tell
at
you what.
140, Loma at 35. They're both gonna fuck you up, but you.
I'll
pick.
tell you what. It's like every guy that's ever gone before the judge. You know, when you go to sentencing, it's gonna be the same thing. Once he finishes Cambosis, if he finishes Cambosis in good style, he's gonna have to face the judge. He's gonna have to
Yep,
face the
the
judge. He's gonna have to
executioner.
go to sentencing. Yeah.
I think Virgil should fight a couple of lefties so he can fight Crawford because Crawford switches to left. I would like to see him fight a couple of left, maybe like 4 left-handers, so he can get used to the left, to the southpaw style.
Who are you talking about again, Rafa?
Virgil Ortiz.
Oh yeah, Ortiz. Yeah.
He should fight like 4 fighters left-handed southpaws.
But look, this is what I love about Virgil is he was hearing all the complaints when he's saying I want Virgil or I want Terrence next, and everyone's like, yeah, but do you think you're ready? And he goes, I don't care if I'm not ready. I want him next.
Yeah, he said that.
Now, like I'm like, oh my god, that's a real one. I love that kid right there, man. Go get it. Go get it.
And I love it that the grit that he has. Like he did the same thing that I don't see a lot of fighters do. Like when remember when Manny Pacquiao used to get like not hurt, but like he get hit with a good shot. He used to like pump his fists together and be like, "All right, let's go." And then he'd do the thing and he'd like go to his chin and be like, "Let's go." And like, when he got popped, he's like, "Let's go." Like he's got that grit. He's got that, man. I'm telling you, he's a role model for like young kids watching him, man. Like I'm telling you, every time I watch Virgil Ortiz fight, I'm just like, man, that's a real one.
But
every
I think we
fucking
would all
time I
agree.
watch him fight.
Isn't it so disappointing how Oscar doesn't maneuver, like doesn't even. I get it that he doesn't like the cameras that much, but you can do it in a roundabout way. You don't have to flood him with cameras 24/7, but promote the kid a little bit more,
Anthony,
man. Come on.
Anthony, did you see how he didn't? Did you see how Oscar didn't show up to that fight?
Yeah,
did you
what
see
the
that?
fuck?
He didn't even show up to his fight.
I know. And they asked Virgil about that. And he goes, look, I don't care, man. Oscar's a busy guy. He got other stuff to do.
What's he going to say, though?
But if that was Ryan Garcia, he would have been front row.
He would have been sucking his dick.
Yeah.
He would have been fucking... Yeah. He would have been on there. Oh, did you see the sheen of his hair? Oh, my God. I greased it myself.
Oh, Ryan, do you need a foot massage? Here, give me your foot.
Oh, my God. Oh, Ryan. Oh, you don't feel well? Here's the line of Coke.
He's more marketable, so that's why.
He is.
What's
He
up, fellas?
is. And look, I think I'll be honest. This is what it really comes down to. Oscar was the pretty boy himself, so he identifies with the other pretty boy more so than Virgil.
Yeah,
Virgil
probably,
to him
actually,
probably reminds him a little more of like a Fernando Vargas, than
as wild
Ryan.
as it sounds. Like you might be right though. Like he identifies and he thinks that like, oh, I can make what I did. The whole pretty boy thing, I can recreate that, right?
Yeah, but Ryan can't fight like you, Oscar.
No, he can't.
Hey, Anthony.
What's up?
You're not gonna like what I'm gonna say, but let me say it.
I'll shuck a duck.
I like Virgil. I think Virgil is gonna be a really good fighter, potentially a great fighter. But when I look at like who's gonna be special, I see Jaron Ennis, and I know you don't like Jaron Ennis, so hear me out. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Jaron Ennis, like, especially from what everybody's saying, people who in the gym with him, who spar with him, this dude's a once in a generational fighter. I'm ready to say that. He's special, and I follow him on social media. Like he has some of the same qualities Virgil has. He's not a diva. Like he's in the gym every
When he
single
beats
day.
somebody, then I'll take note.
Yes, but
Virgil is a victim of his own promoter and how he's being
Wait,
moved.
I want to hear
Now,
Red.
it's
I
not.
want to hear
Now, let me
Red
finish
Breeze.
this
Hold on,
real.
hold on.
Let me
I want
finish
to hear
this
Red
real quick.
Breeze's response. I want to hear his response. Go ahead,
yeah,
Red Breeze.
yeah, but like similar to what you just said, Jerron's gonna be a victim of his own skill and what people know about him behind closed doors. They're not going to want to fight this guy. Like, remember when Earl Spence was coming up? They didn't really want to fight him. I mean, even Keith Thurman, they asked him about Jerron Ennis. He says, I don't know who that
But
is.
why would
You know,
the guy ain't nobody?
Well, everybody at first is a nobody. But
Yeah,
you gotta,
and then
At
till you
first, the
start
guy's
beating
been
some
fighting
people.
for fucking 8 years.
Look,
Or
Terrence
no, what is it,
Crawford.
6
What did he
years.
say when Virgil called him out right to his face? He said, "Nope." I ain't seen Ennis call out Spence right to his face. I ain't seen Ennis call out fucking Crawford right to his face. I ain't
He
seen
definitely
Ennis
called him
call
out.
no one right to their face and
No,
then
he's
say
called.
no.
That's not true. He's called
Hey,
all
listen,
those guys
man.
out.
Hey, listen,
Called
don't
them
give me
all
that.
out, but to their face.
I mean,
Let me finish.
Look,
Let me
and when
finish
you're
this about
Thurman,
Jerron Ennis.
look, hold
I'm
on,
a Philly
let
guy,
me
man. I'm
let
from
me answer this,
Northeast
let me answer this.
Philadelphia. I love Philly fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Hold on,
fucking do, man. I'm biased, but Jerron Ennis, that motherfucker has been pro for several years now and ain't fought nobody, dude.
No one.
Nobody,
Hey,
dude.
everybody's moved
And
differently,
he's
but
they're dodging him.
enormous. He's bigger than Kovalev. And he's fighting
bigger.
Lipinets and blown up featherweights. That tells me his management knows
He's a
something
fucking
we
weight
don't.
bully, dog, at this
That
point.
tells me his management knows something we don't.
I just want to see him fight like something
Somebody.
like a mean machine so I could get a gauge of what he is. 'Cause
Exactly.
I already know what Ortiz is, right? Ortiz is better than Mean Machine, so he's above him, right? So we can start putting him in. But I mean, listen, Red.
Yeah.
He already proved it, right? So he proved it. He fought him. He's better than Mean Machine. So what's the next level above Mean Machine? Are we saying Mean Machine's a C level fighter? So at least he's a B level fighter. I don't really know what Jerron Ennis is. I think he's a B level fighter at least, but we don't know that for sure.
You know how I view.
Who was the guy from England who fought who Evanesian beat the shit out of?
I'm not sure.
The fucking guy that was supposed to be like he was an Olympian. Come on, guys. Evanesian just whooped his ass.
Oh, Josh Kelly.
Josh Kelly, yeah. They were saying he's a once-in-a-generation fighter. I've never seen someone look so good in the gym in my life. Then they put him in with a half-decent fighter and got the shit beat out of him.
No disrespect, but I always, when I hear that about a UK fighter, I tend to like, let's see.
I hear you. I hear you there. I do.
Now, for Jerron, it's kind of like Terrence Crawford. Like maybe his resume isn't up to par, but like just by the eye test, you can tell this guy is more skilled than his peers.
Well, he's athletic, but
no, he's more than just an athlete.
Nah,
Deontay Wilder is athletic.
Film studies on this guy. When blown up featherweights are putting paws all fucking over you, your sweet science ain't up to par yet.
How do you figure that? So you think? So what are his weaknesses to you?
Defense, biggest one. Defense.
No, he has defense, but the difference is
no, he don't.
Jerron, he likes to bang, and when you do that, you're gonna get hit.
He wasn't banging. He was trying to shoulder roll and just eating everything a blown up featherweight threw at him. Go watch the Ennis Univolve fight. It's an embarrassment.
No, Jerron Ennis is an offensive fighter who has defense if he wants to.
Well, then he needs to show it.
Tank is similar. If Tank wanted to be a defensive style fighter, he could do that, but he likes to knock people out.
Dude, come on, man. When you're fucking 3-4 divisions bigger than someone, you should just walk right through him if he's this offensive fighter. You should walk right through him. And when this fucking Bob was just fucking putting it on him, putting it on him.
You know,
Like,
they
I
asked
don't know what to
they
say.
asked they asked
No, that
Virgil
don't mean that
Ortiz.
can't change. Maybe when
Yeah.
his level steps up, he'll step up. But until that day, I'm
Yeah.
not going to say I see something I don't.
They asked Virgil Ortiz about Jaron Ennis. He says that they need to marinate that fight first. Jaron is ready to fight him right now. So that should tell you how they view. Maybe they view Jaron as a bad matchup for Virgil.
Yeah, because PBC and Golden Boy always work together, don't they?
Yeah, that's the That's going to be the problem right there with them. One of them.
That's a future mega fight.
If Ennis can survive.
Oh, he'll survive. He's
Maybe.
the real. I'm convinced he's the real deal.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad
It's
you
like
got hope in him.
Yeah.
I know a few people that are convinced by him, or they like what they see. Excuse me, maybe not convinced is the word, but they like what they see. I don't see that in him yet, and this is what I mean.
Yeah.
Because of the level of opposition, it's hard to gauge him. And then I say to myself, how many fights did he have? And then you're like, man, he's had over 25 fights or something like that. And I'm like, is there something that's happening behind closed doors that they don't want him to fight?
Yeah, but
level fighters just
he's still young though, 23. And
He's
also
never fought someone his own size yet. What that means is, to me, anytime I see something like that, where your first like 20 fights were against blown up 22 pounders, blown up 26 pounders, and you're the biggest 47 pounder the world has ever seen, that tells me that's always a red flag to me that his management knows something that they don't want us to find out yet. Well, I'm thinking they're going to build this guy up into like a future fight for Errol Spence, and Errol Spence or someone like Errol Spence, if he comes back and is healthy and all that. If Errol Spence comes back and is healthy, they're going to feed him to Spence, and Spence is going to beat the living shit out of him, man.
I don't think so. No, I think it'll be the opposite. To be honest, I think he's the best 147 pounder right now.
Oh, that's crazy.
When I look at Jaron Ennis, I see a bigger Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, but wait,
Switch
you're
hitter.
tell me he
Switch
fights
hitter.
a little like him, but he's like the B grade version.
He hits harder too. He's basically
because he's fucking 50 pounds heavier.
that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to hit harder.
This is Jaron Ennis's fucking dimensions, right? So he's 5'10", 74 inches. Here's another question.
Bigger than Golovkin.
Yeah, that's pretty much bigger than Golovkin. Yeah,
he could fight at 160. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So why is he?
So the question will be is how long can he stay at 147?
Oh, he's a disciplined kid. He's a disciplined kid. I see at least 3 years, 3 or 4 years.
How old is he?
He's 23.
23. Yeah. So he's a big dude at 23 to be still like, having to be disciplined to make 147. This guy has the potentials of going up to be like a fucking light heavyweight one day.
Yeah.
168. Has the potential.
I think it's
68 limit. Or something like that. Yeah. He might be too short. You never know because.
Hey man, I don't throw that term once in a generational fight around a lot. I like Shakur to me, like he's got all the skill, but I don't know if he has the heart because he proved the last fight he does not want to get hit at all, or he's not willing to engage if he feels the other guy hits hard. Devin
That's
Haney,
why we got to see these guys in fights, Rare Breed, because everything changes when you're getting hit by a guy that's like not at your level. It's not that bad. When you're getting hit by somebody who's close to your level or at your level, or maybe he's even better. Sometimes it changes the fighter. It just changes what he's willing to take in that ring. So this is why they got to make these fights. That's why I thought it was a calculated but risky test to put Virgil Ortiz in there against Mean Machine. This is why I say that. You saw when he clipped him in the second round, right? What if he wasn't ready to take that? You get what I'm saying?
Wait, let's say right now, like fuck Porter and Crawford. Let's say that fight wasn't happening. Let's pretend Boots and Crawford was signed. You would pick Boots over Crawford.
That'd be a tough fight. But yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Wow.
I really would.
I'll call you a boxing genius. I'll call you a boxing genius if this man turns out to be what you think he is.
I really see it that way. Like it'd be like fighting his clone, but like a more athletic version of himself.
Yeah, and just better.
Which is crazy. And then also, you got to think about it this way. There's an opposite way of moving a guy too quickly. I mean, look at what's his name, legendary Mexican fighter Vargas.
Yeah,
They moved.
Fernando, yeah.
They moved him. They put him against the best immediately, and that shit went against his advantage.
yeah. A lot of people learn. A lot of people learn from that point.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but like
Yeah.
they learned from that Fernando Vargas. If Fernando Vargas was around today, they wouldn't
Mhm.
match him. They would have not matched him that tough, you know.
Yeah.
But Fernando Vargas
only
wanted
fight
it.
that was too
He
early.
wanted
was
that.
Tito. That's the only one that was too early.
Yeah.
Right, because look, he
beat
Winky
when
Wright
he
fight
beat
was very
Campos.
close. Was very close. He beat Ike clearly. He beat what's that guy? Yuri Boy Campos. He beat him for his title. He beat Raul Marquez. You know, so he beat some pretty decent names, and then some pretty elite fighters name or were elite at one point, like Ike and Winky Wright, you know.
Yeah.
For their division.
I don't know, man. I follow all these guys. He's the only one that looks like he's got his head on right. Like, other than maybe
you might be right.
What I see from him is I would really love to and you know, I get it. Like, I'm from Pittsburgh, so I know the Philly gyms really well. I used to go out there all the time as a teenager. Like, they had it's gonna be a bit blasphemous, but look, man, the Philly gyms ain't all cracked up to what they're to be.
That's
I would
true.
really like to see him get with you know, a much better, more established trainer, someone who actually had multiple champions at a high level. Boots, that is.
True.
Then I could see them iron out some of them little deficiencies I see in him, and that could make a world of a difference. And then, you know, have them, you know, obviously you're going to want to take it slow with a new trainer, but, you know, to take your time, you know, get some proper matchmaking going on. And then maybe he'll be what he's supposed to be, but he seems to rely. And maybe again, this comes down to just his level of opposition.
Yeah.
That he's thinking I'm just so much bigger than these guys. I'll fuck them. They can't hurt me. I'll muscle through these guys. But all I really see from him, dude, is just sheer athleticism. I'm not seeing like the sweet science. I'm just seeing size, strength, athleticism. That's it. And that's only going to take you so far once you get to that next level. And that's been proven time and time again throughout history. You need to get that sweet science down. And you got to have a guy that can teach it.
Well, I know one thing for sure. His next fight is not really going to teach us anything, but I'm sure he's trying to get these fights. Delorme, yeah. Maybe hopefully he can get like a Jamal James or somebody like that in there.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Who's that Lithuanian kid? I really like him at 147. Stanionis.
Stanionis, yeah. That'd be
That's
another.
another
I'd love
fight.
to see that one. That would let me know a little something where he's at.
Exactly, man. These are fights that are doable and they're decent fights. These are fights where you find out like where he's at. That's all you want to do. You just want to find out where he's at. But if you put him in there, like Delorme is a has-been. Let's be honest, right? And when he was somebody, it was just like decent. He was a decent guy, but he wasn't elite. He couldn't beat like elite fighters. You know, he was there to get beat by elite fighters.
I'd like to see him fight Danny Garcia. Now,
there you go.
Danny, these guys don't want to fight Ennis because to them they're looking like, bro, I bring all the money and he's gonna get $1 million payday, and he don't bring but fucking 50 people to the stadium. I'm filling this bitch up, and he's taking my money. That's why they don't want to fight him yet. But him build up some. I'd like to see him fight like an Ugas, a Garcia, even a Josecito Lopez. Could you know put a little something on there, a Kavaluskas, and I think Kavaluskas is kind of free agent right now. I think anyone could fight him right now. Stanionis, he got mad guys he could fight right now, but instead he's fighting fucking Delorme.
But Anthony, put yourself in, for example, Josecito's shoes. Why would you want to fight this young, hungry lion who's really not gonna? I mean, I guess he'll get some credit for beating Duran. He's a highly touted prospect. But if you're Josecito, you want to fight the champions, you know?
Yeah, I know. That's the problem. That's why when you're saying like none of these guys want to fight him, that's the reason. These guys are all looking for big money fights, and he
exactly. But
He's
that's
got a
high risk, high risk, low reward.
It's the same thing with Thurman. Remember Thurman on a come up. No one wanted to fight him. Spence on a come up. No one wanted to fight him. You got to just get who you can. If you can get Stanionis ain't a big money guy, so you should be able to get that money. That fight, that's kind of even money fight for both of them.
Yeah, but when do you ever see in boxing two highly touted young prospects? Well, how old is Stanionis?
Well, he's definitely older than Boots.
Okay, well, they're not going to put him in there with Boots now. From both sides, that's not a.
I bet if Boots went to fucking Sylvia, Heyman's right hand woman, I bet if he said, "I want that Stanionis fight, please get out Omega for me," I bet he would.
I would love that fight.
But you hear this? L Dog says Stanionis was ordered to fight Ugas.
Oh, good fight.
Oh, yeah, that is a good fight.
Yeah, Ugas. There's nothing really special about Ugas. He just does everything.
Well, there you go. If Ugas beats him, then if Ugas beats Stanionis like I would expect, then that's the perfect fight for fucking Stanionis to take. Like you want to jump right back into the mix, beat this guy. You're right at the top again.
Yeah.
Maybe that could happen. Who knows?
And if you're Ugas, think about it. Let's say Duran Ennis, you wouldn't want to fight him either because this is finally your chance to get that big money fight with an Earl Spence or a Terrence Crawford. You don't want to risk that against a young, hungry lion who's potentially probably better than you, if we're being honest. So you gotta look at it that way.
There's a lot of ways to look at that situation. They're looking at it from both sides. Remember,
you know what someone like Ennis can do?
Duran Ennis is a backup
talking
plan.
about this.
Duran Ennis is a backup
Anybody you can, the best guy you can, just the best guy you can possibly get 4 times a year. Just because after you run through 4-8 of these guys, everyone has to take note. It's the same thing Golovkin and Kovalev and all them guys are doing when no one would fight them. They just said, well, who's the best guy that will fight me? Line it up. Who's the best guy that will fight me? Line it up. I don't care if they're considered bums, whatever. Just put them in the ring with me. I'll crush these guys over and over and over and over. And now you'll start to develop your own market, your own money. And then people will be like, oh, I will fight him now because he actually brings some money to the table.
Earl Spence situation, yep.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Hopefully it plays out and we see these fights. But I'm not gonna hold my breath. Let's just say that.
Yeah, no, man.
Hey, Rarebree, what do you think about that whole Devin Haney and Teofimo shouting match? What do you think about that?
All I got from that was I remember when an OG Mexican dude says he doesn't like it when like young Mexicans say the N-word. Or
did he say the N-word?
Yeah, Teofimo.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. But as far as those two go, I don't think Teofimo wants to fight Devin Haney. I'll be honest with you, because these two have.
I agree with you.
I don't think so either. But go ahead.
I agree. Look, he said no more tall guys, and his kryptonite is a tall guy who can box out of the jab and keep range. That's who he lost to in the Olympics. Nakatani gave him nightmares, arguably beat him, and that's when he said no more tall guys. What is Devin Haney? Tall, big, fast, slick, long ass jab. That's everything he doesn't want to fight. So anytime he yaps his mouth about Haney, I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Just shut up.
Go ahead, Rarebree. You know what? You know what annoyed me about that whole situation? Teofimo's fucking dad, man.
Oh my god, bro.
One thing I wish. Maybe he did. I just didn't hear it. I wish Bill Haney would have said, "Chill out, man. Don't talk to my son. My son is talking to you." I wish he would have did that, man, and then take it from there. Whatever he would have said. But I think Bill probably said, if I do that, this dude's gonna act out of control, and we're gonna end up fighting here. Like, so
That's gonna be one
but
hell of a build. That's gonna be a hell of a build though if that fight ever goes through.
but I
Just stay
think he's
careful.
trying to use Devin Haney, man. That's what I think. Because look,
Yeah.
I'm with Anthony. I don't think he wants that fight. I don't think he
No, they
really wants
don't.
that fight.
I
Okay.
know
He said it. He said it himself. He said that if we fight, he's just gonna run, which is like an indicator he's gonna outbox me.
And wait, real quick, what is Tio's biggest deficiency? Working behind the jab and cutting the ring off on a mover. He can't fucking do it.
Devin
And
Haney's a perfect
what's
fighter.
Haney's strength? Moving around the ring and boxing behind the jab. He can't beat him, man. He can on a lucky punch, like a lucky counter shot or something. That's it.
That's low. That's low key why Ryan and Teofimo, they're way more adamant trying to fight Tank than
exactly, man. Yep.
They see weaknesses with Tank.
Yep.
But styles makes fights. But so who do you guys still think Teofimo's the best at 135 as far as the young guys, like excluding Lomachenko?
I think it's Devin Haney. It's the young dudes. I think it's Devin Haney. But if you want to say Teofimo because he's more proven, I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the eye test. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Teofimo could win against Devin Haney, but I think it's a puncher's chance. Where Devin Haney, if it's a boxing fight, which that's exactly what it is, they're boxers, you got to go with the guy who's the better boxer, and I would have to go with Devin Haney. So that's why I say, to me, out of all the guys that you mentioned, I say Devin Haney eye test is better than all of them.
Yeah, I agree. And let me go back to that Nakatani Tio fight. Look, Nakatani should have beaten Teofimo. He made the mistake of slugging it out too much. If he would have just boxed behind the jab and kept moving, he wins a clear-cut decision. But instead, he would get his 1-2 off, throw a hook, and then stand in the pocket and just trade. If he would have got his 1-2 off, maybe the left hook, finished with the jab, got back out, Haney would have been totally befuddled. Because you go back, I get it, it's the amateurs, but he was pro like 6 months after this fight. The fight he lost in the amateurs was with that, I think, a French guy. Tall, lanky, just 1-2'd him to fucking death, and Haney didn't have an answer in the world. He was befuddled. He couldn't do anything. Nakatani screwed himself by staying in the pocket too long. Haney ain't going to do that. He's not going to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Haney embarrasses him, man. I'm telling you, man.
I think so too.
I hope that fight happens, and I hope Haney is the underdog because I'm banking.
They said that Haney schooled Tank. Well, not school, but he had the edge on Tank and during sparring.
I heard he did the same to Tio in sparring twice.
Yep, I believe that one. Did you see the video of Haney and Shakur sparring?
No, I didn't.
There's a video. I need to watch that. Shakur definitely had the edge. I think Shakur's more skilled than Devin Haney.
Really?
Yes, he is.
Wow.
But
like in the sparring footage, he was getting the better of him.
Yeah, he was.
Wow.
But my only question with Shakur is his heart, which you got to have that. I don't care who you are. You could be a mover all you want. You're gonna get tested eventually.
Yeah.
Even Floyd had that. So.
Yeah, that's to me. That's Floyd's biggest asset was his chin and heart.
Yeah.
Yep. When you tested it, he responded, and he actually hit harder too. Like he'll catch you with you can't run into him. He'll catch you with something.
Yeah, he'll make you pay. He at least had enough power to keep you honest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I forget who it was that hurt him. Maybe broke his mouth. That fucking crazy dude. What was his name?
Corley.
Well, Corley too, but that's not who I'm thinking about. Yeah, but you're right.
Corley. The master.
From Philly? The guy from Philly. Yeah. The drunken master.
Oh no!
No, that's from
Emmanuel Augustus.
Emmanuel Augustus. Emmanuel Augustus bloodied
Floyd. Yeah.
Floyd's mouth, and then Floyd just started like zoning in, bro. He just started zoning in, power shots. It was just power shots, hooks, uppercuts. He was trying to stop him, and they stopped it. I think whose corner? It was Augustus, the corner that stopped the fight, right?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I think so.
Yeah, it was. So they must have noticed something. They must have been like, "Oh shit, he's about to knock you out."
Yeah. Floyd said that was low key his toughest fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think about the time of his career, that kind of fighter, a dude that's older than you, has nothing to lose, that OG type of guy. Yeah, of course, man. He may
look at this.
He may not be on your level, but he's gonna bring drama for sure.
I love to talk shit on Floyd, but for certain reasons, not his fighting ability and whatnot. But
Exactly.
just look at when he gets hurt versus Augustus, gets hurt versus Corley, gets hurt versus Shane Mosley, even got hurt versus Castillo to the body. Every time he got hurt, he fucking answered that test with flying colors. Came right back. Like, nah, man. Like, I heard someone recently say Floyd's probably the most stubborn fighter who ever lived. Like, you ain't beating me, man. Like, I'm stubborn. Like, I can't fucking let this go. Like, you have to knock me out or I'm gonna win. Like, just stubborn. Like, I will not lose. I will not fucking lose.
Well, that's all that training from a kid, man.
It is. That's child abuse.
Yeah, exactly. It is, man. It really is child abuse. It is, man.
Yeah, his dad was a hard ass.
Yeah, his father was no joke. Remember what he said? My father never talked to me about anything else except boxing. That's all we ever talked about.
Sebastian even said Floyd got rocked in both Maidana fights too, and it came back. I thought he lost the first Maidana fight, but he got the decision. But even the second one, he got hurt real bad. That one, and still came back and won it.
And he was older back then.
Yeah.
So think about that. He was an older man.
Older, rich as fuck already. Had nothing really to fight for anymore. Still couldn't let it go.
Yep.
But you gotta
let it go.
To me, the most impressive thing about Floyd is like keeping that discipline and that that work ethic after so much success. Like
absolutely,
that's hard
he
to
was
do.
the first fighter in history we ever saw do it.
Yeah.
Think of that. Everyone else, once they became a multi-millionaire, it was off the races. Not Floyd.
Look at Maidana.
Discipline.
Maidana, he enjoyed his money clearly. I mean, gained a little weight.
Yeah.
Went back to Argentina. He said, "Fuck."
Yeah, one good payday and he was gone.
He's like, "Yo, I'm good, man.
I'm not mad at him.
Nah, hell no.
With his fighting style, he has a brutal fighting style, so that's not really a long career type of
Did you see Floyd posted? I think it was on Instagram because it is on Instagram. He posted. He said he put damn, I'm stuttering. Excuse me. He put Mark Breland's face, right? So he had a picture of Breland when he was a boxer and a picture of Breland now, and he said, "This is what I considered a elite boxing trainer." Not some guy who. So he's taking a shot at Malik Scott, right?
Yes, he is.
But here's the one thing that I will say about Floyd Mayweather, right? Like, look, Floyd's probably taking shots at Malik Scott and
Deontay
Deontay Wilder.
Well, he is because he offered to train him, and they.
Right, I heard something about that. I mean, that he offered him to train him, and then Wilder said no. Okay, maybe that's what it is. But the thing about Floyd is he's basically saying, dude, like when it comes to training, nobody takes that like a guy like Floyd does. Floyd would hire the best dudes of everything, best trainer if he had to, the best fucking physical trainer, whatever it took. It didn't matter to him. He's gonna hire that guy. And I think that was what he was trying to say. He's basically trying to say that I'm taking a shot at the way Wilder prepares for a fight.
And you know where all that comes from, right? We've talked about this, me and you, Frank. That comes from Roger and his pops. They went through the ups and downs. They hit every pitfall there was to hit in professional boxing. And they learned all the mistakes not to make and, all the right roads to take.
Yep.
And they instilled that in him from a young age. Look,
And you really think about it, man. If you
this
really
is
think
how
about
you
it, that
do it.
helped Floyd.
This is what you don't do.
Yep. That really helped Floyd.
But
If you really
think of it. Not every dude. I could have my father. I could have that same fucking team around me. That doesn't mean that I would have listened.
Exactly.
You know? That shows you that he still had make fun of him for not being able to read or whatnot. I don't even know if that's true, but if it is, whatever. Who cares? That doesn't, just because you can't read doesn't mean you're not intelligent.
Yeah, he just didn't care. He probably just didn't care about school because he was taught that. He was just taught as a kid, you're going to be a boxer, and this is where he was every day in the gym.
You know how many great kids had great leaders but didn't fucking listen? You know, he listened.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's so much video images of Floyd as a kid, like a kid, bro, like real small and shit, by his dad. His dad is like, you could tell, obviously it was different times. He listened to his father, right? Everything that his father told him when it came to boxing, he listened.
Yeah.
And basically those guys they taught him the ropes. They just said, look, this is what you got to do to stay on top. You know, again, but without them, he would have not been better. It just would have not happened. Okay.
Yeah.
He needed them. He needed them to get to that level and show him examples of like what they did wrong and why and how their career could have been a little different had they done the right things.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, they're a great boxing family. That's why he's great.
Yeah.
Was great, right? Because he's retired. He's old.
Perfect storm to family.
Well, that's what when you brought up Roy Jones, his dad, like that's what gave him that competitiveness at the same time. He was brutal and kind of
his father was brutal.
You'd say an abuser really, but it turned him into what he was. I think. I know he had great athleticism, but his mind was still just as important. You know.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
Because to try the stuff Roy did, even with Roy's athleticism, to try the stuff he did in the ring, you had to have supreme confidence. You know.
Right.
Yep.
Tiger Woods' dad was like that too, but look what he produced.
Yeah, I don't know much about golf, but
yeah, I don't either. But I know his dad was a fucking brutal.
They are good father and son relationships. I mean, they in terms of boxing, right? They are good ones. There's a lot of like success in that, but it borders like child abuse. Look, I was trained by my dad. I didn't become a fucking famous boxer. I didn't become a boxer. So, but I know the lifestyle. Like he boxed. His brothers boxed. They're friends. Send me to New York to fucking to learn from them. And so it is abusive, bro. I know. It's an abusive lifestyle, bro.
The script and look at Zab Judah. Yeah. His whole family and team around him, but and he didn't listen.
I've seen them too.
Yeah.
I've seen them, man. I triggered the ghost.
But till the Costa fight, Zab was pretty committed though, wasn't he? Like, didn't his discipline start to go after that, like that first loss? Or was he even
started hanging out in that club scene in
as
the
far
late
as
90s?
We know, but maybe they kept some shit quiet. Who knows? But that's the rumor.
With Zab Judah, right? I know him pretty good. Like not like with boys or anything like that. I just know his family, like his dad, and his dad's brothers. They knew my dad, their brothers, stuff like that. They grew up around the same area, and so we knew of Zab. Like we knew who he was. We knew his brothers. And what happened was I started seeing Zab around the New York street life, bro, all the time. And I started hearing about him getting into fights, him getting drunk. And remember, this is way before social media. And dude, this was happening like right after like the Olympics. Not right after, but like, 2 years of him being a pro, 3 years of him being a pro, of that dude partying, hanging out with Jay-Z, hanging out. And Floyd knew that. Floyd had to bail him out plenty of times because even though Floyd liked that lifestyle, he wasn't a drunk. The reason why Floyd wasn't a drunk because he saw what it did to his family.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, nah, I don't want to do that shit. He has a phobia of that. I know guys like that where they actually have a phobia of like drinking and smoking because they think it's going to automatically lead to something else. And that's a good mindset, actually.
Yeah.
You know, that is a good mindset. So he knew that. He knew that about Zab. That's why he calls Zab a front runner. Because you can't lie to your boy. You can lie to everybody else. You can't lie to a dude who knows you, hangs out with you, you talk to him, bails you out. You know what I'm saying? Like gets you out of trouble. Right?
Yeah.
So you can't lie to a guy like him. And that's why when they fought, you know, there was a little animosity towards Floyd, on Zab's side. There was that. That's why he hit him in the balls. He hit him in the balls because Floyd's about to stop him. Floyd's going to stop him.
Yeah. You could tell Floyd knew if he took that fight deep, Zab probably didn't have the didn't put the work in to last, you know, the 12 rounds.
Right.
That's why Floyd got so confident the more that fight went on, you know.
The more the fight went on, exactly. Zab's best chance with the first 4 rounds. That was his best chance.
That's why he kind of knew that. That's why, like you said, he started like blowing and stuff.
Yeah, he started smiling at him, walking him down. Because he knows him. That's like, yo, we're boys, but, you know, it's business. And Zab was like, nah, you ain't fucking knocking me out. I'm going to hit you in the balls.
Yeah. Say what you will about Floyd, but imagine if Zab Judah had, like, the work ethic of Mayweather, like the discipline, you know?
They had the training videos for both of those guys way back in, like, 2004. Right?
Of
and
who?
Zab was hitting the mitts, and he was hitting it, like, one at a time. It's like, pop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pop. Right? And it was like, that was it. It's like the laziest training you've ever seen.
Yeah, he started to get really, and I'm telling you, man, this guy in the late 90s, especially the early 2000s, dude, you couldn't live in New York. And if you was a guy who lived in New York and you was going out to the clubs every weekend, you see Zab, man. There's a good chance you're going to bump into him. And you're like, this dude is a fucking boxer. Look at him drinking. He's just drinking that shit. He's just chugging, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, it shows what a talent he was. I guess that still reached like the level he did, like living like that, you know.
Yep,
that's crazy.
Absolutely.
Kind of like Vargas too. He like to sniff the
cocaine.
Yep,
that was his. That's what everybody knew him for.
And yeah,
he's a cokehead.
Vargas had like a great run though of like opponents that I think Zab never got there. You know, like Vargas had like the Winky Wright, Corte wins. You know, great fight with Trinidad.
That's what I said, man. If you look at his resume before the age of 23, it's impressive, man.
One of the best ever.
Yeah.
Took a beating.
Yeah, he did take a beating. You're right, man. He did.
Great fighter. That's fight live forever.
Yeah.
What did Trinidad say to him before again? Recognise? You told me the other day. Now you'll see or something. What did he say to him?
You're gonna find out now.
You're gonna find out. We're gonna find out now. Yeah.
I knew it was something gangster. Yeah, I remember you told me.
And Trinidad gave him the depth. I'm telling you, man. Listen, man. There's something about you guys probably know this. There's something about staring a man through his fucking eyes, like Wilder with Fury. What Fury did to Wilder, like Trinidad did to Vargas. What Roy Jones did to several opponents. Trust me, bro. It puts fear in their heart. These guys know what they're doing, especially when you're talking about trained fighters. People in the past, in ancient times, talked about this. It's called the death stare. You could kill somebody, not literally, but like their soul, by the way you look at them if you know how to do it. And these guys know what the fuck they're doing. Vargas was like, oh, shit. But don't get me wrong. He fought back, right? Like he said, fuck this, it's a fight. You know what I'm saying? I got to fight for my life now, you know?
Yeah.
Same thing with Wilder. Wilder got dropped in the 3rd round, came back, dropped him. You know, all that shit goes out the window once you're fighting. But there's something to that little stare down that they do.
Right.
That's why you think Pacquiao laughs. Pacquiao laughs, right? Because he knows what they're trying to do. He's been in the game long enough. He's like, I know what you're trying to do.
Dog.
That shit doesn't work on Pacquiao.
Yeah. No, it just catches people off guard. It could catch you off guard sometimes. That's all.
If you have any doubts, it's going to bring them right to the surface.
Oh, definitely. That's why some guys go, I like, and you really, you believe them when they're saying it. They say, I won the fight like at the stare down. I could tell the guy didn't want none of me, They can see it. Tyson, I'm sure Tyson felt like that nearly every fight.
Oh, hell yeah. Tyson would come in there, licking his lips, fucking staring at the floor like he's growling at the floor. Like that dude was just sick with it. He was just sick with it.
And look, there's a difference. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, Anthony, did you see the thing of Tyson in our gym? The big big poster?
No, I didn't.
Frame? Put me on full screen recognizer.
Got you, man. I got you. Yep, you there, Jet.
And look, I always say, like, it's hard for me to understand, like, you know, two fighters, one being scared. Oh, yeah, nice.
That shit is dope, man.
Yeah. Like, a fighter being scared of another fighter, unless it's something like a very hard punching guy, or unless it's like a heavyweight. You know, because a heavyweight, they can kill you with one punch, like literally kill you.
Oh, yeah.
One punch, you know. So then you got, like, arguably the hardest hitting heavyweight of all time, fastest heavyweight of all time, and he wants to kill you. Like, yeah, that's gonna scare the shit out of you, man.
Oh yeah,
that's when that fear really comes into play.
Especially if you get caught off guard with the stare down. It's just catching him off guard. He's a little distracted, whatever. Next thing you know, this guy's got eyes piercing through you. He's not looking at you. He's looking through you. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, Mike Tyson definitely probably the most intimidating fighter of all time. Him or George Foreman.
Because
Big
that was
George.
another one too. Yeah.
Foreman Frazier stare down. That was hectic.
Yeah.
Right.
George Foreman and Frazier. I'll tell you a great one. I know he's too into MMA, but Vanderlei Silva and Mirko Krokop, two MMA fighters. Go look at their stare down if you love stare downs.
It's crazy because Foreman, he's like a nice grandpa now, but like you wouldn't think that he was a killer back in the day.
He's literally a killer, bro. He could kill a man with a punch.
Right.
Pick guys up, man. He was picking Joe Frazier up.
Where he knocked out, I think, 6 men in one night. You know, it's on YouTube. Like, yeah.
Oh, was his sparring partners, Ant, or?
I don't know if they were just boxers from the crowd or whatever, but they were boxers. Like, they weren't like world class guys, but like, yeah, guys that.
That's crazy.
I think it was after he lost to Ali. He was doing some like comeback tour, and anybody from the city or whatever wanted to come in, he'd just knock them dead. Next, bring them in, knock them dead. Next, knock them dead. I don't think the whole thing's on there, but a good chunk of it is.
I never seen this one, but Quags is saying Silva versus Yoshida was a good stare down too.
Yeah,
I'll check it out. Yeah,
Pacquiao versus Thurman, man.
Yes, that's a good one, man.
That's one of the best stare downs ever, man. That is one of the best ones.
Pacquiao tried to do the okie doke, smile at him throughout the press conference and all that, and then inside the ring.
I saw Thurman talk about that. Thurman did an interview where he talked about it. He goes, this guy's playing all buddy, cuddly, nice guy with me. And then he goes, then I'm standing across the ring from him, and he's like, oh, man, this guy wants to kill me.
Yeah.
What about when Floyd, when he was younger, he'll do the biting his gums, and he's like looking at you with his eyes wide open. Yo, trust me, these guys know how to fucking play head games. They're very good at it because all they do is fight all day. So
and and this is another thing. I was talking to someone not too long ago about like just things you can pick up. This is why I think all boxers should watch boxing, because you learn little tricks of the trade like that.
Yep.
Like Tyson got a lot of his stare downs from Roberto Duran.
Yep.
So Roberto Duran, I'm sure, picked them up from one of his childhood heroes.
Whoever inspired, whatever savage he looked up to back then. That's where he got that from. Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah.
I remember Duran told a story where he says that U.S. soldiers used to like sneak across to Panama and like have sex with the women there or something.
Yeah.
And that's how his mother had him. Is that true?
shit.
I mean, it could. I mean, listen. I think he was half Mexican. Was it true that he was?
It might have been a Mexican soldier because I think he's half Mexican.
Yeah, I think he's half Mexican. Yeah, you could see it too.
Or maybe a Mexican American. Could be a Mexican American soldier.
Panamanians are like because if you ever go to Panama, there's a lot of Jamaicans, a lot of Guyanese, a lot of Trinidadians too over there. So his mother is something like that. You know what I'm saying? His mom, Duran's mother, have you guys ever seen her? She's brown skin. I think curly hair or like, you know, the kind of hair he has, but I think it's curly. So where does he get those traits from, right? Where does he get the you know the kind of that Mexican kind of hair and the facial features? I think he gets that from his dad, from whoever his father was.
Yeah, I think I've heard him say his dad was Mexican in like documentaries. That like rings a bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he used to also when he was young he would fight the sailors, like the US sailors and that on the port on the Panama Canal. He'd fight them for money and stuff as a teenager. That's how he said he learned to fight so good.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
He started at 16, man, just like Pacquiao. He started at 16 years old.
Yeah, so like around that time, recognizable before. I remember seeing that documentary. He said he'd go down and fight like the US soldiers. Say, I bet you this much money I can beat you. He'd fight grown men.
Yeah, OG
Bad bet to take. Bad bet to take.
Yeah, but they didn't know they were looking at the future Roberto Duran. They were just like this little punk fucking Panamanian.
And he always said, Roberto always said he was a much better street fighter than a boxer.
Yeah, I definitely believe that.
Yeah, well, there's no rules. He can do a bit of everything.
Yeah, he can eat your face.
Yeah, Duran. You know what? Duran reminds me of. He wouldn't even need his hands that much in a street fight. He'd just get a hold of you. I mean, when it comes to punching, he'd just get a hold of you and start biting you, like you said, and start ripping your face apart. Yeah. Clinch up with you and just start fucking biting your nose off or something.
Yeah, he would do it too. He looks like the
type. That's another guy. What if he had Floyd's discipline and work ethic?
Oh, probably. Man, he could have stayed at welterweight and lightweight for years and dominated
at lightweight for years. I mean, he did. Yeah. I mean, he did have a legacy at lightweight for sure.
Still did, yeah.
Yeah, he still had an amazing legacy.
You know, top 3, top 5 greatest of all time, but he would have had an argument for one to be the greatest if he had discipline and could have stayed at 3-5 and 4-7.
I think the one guy he never could have beat, though, is Thomas Hearns. I think that guy was a terrible matchup for him.
Yeah, Tommy Hearns was a different boy. I agree with you there. Yeah, Tommy Hearns was... Look, Tommy Hearns had everything to beat him. Size, reach, fucking power. You know, he had everything.
Footwork.
Dude, the way he knocked out Duran, holy shit. You know what's crazy? I never knew he knocked out Duran until, like, talking to my pops. He's like, no, he knocked him out. Like, who? He's like, Tommy Hearns knocked. I think I was saying nobody ever knocked out Duran. And he said, hold up. No. Tommy Hearns did. I was a kid, right? I was like,
hold on.
Whatever.
Hold on real quick, Rick. Johnny Baker says, Johnny Boy is live and talking trash. Dude, don't come into these chats and say that this fucking fat junkie is talking trash.
Yeah, fuck him. First of all, he lives in his mother's basement.
He wants attention. Don't give it to him.
Yeah, I'm not worried about a kid that lives with his mother.
If he wants his teeth knocked out, he can get that. Exactly. And until he wants his teeth knocked out, tell him to shut the fuck up. God.
I'll say this one thing. This is one thing. Talking from the internet means nothing.
Nothing.
Okay? Just like I'm doing it.
Talking from your mom's basement.
From your mother's basement.
Nonetheless.
Okay, fucking living off her Wi-Fi doesn't mean anything. Johnny Boy knows that if he ever came up to somebody and talked the shit that he did, he would have to immediately pay for that or take care of that. Whatever way it's gonna go down. And he's not with that. So fuck him. Fuck that fat motherfucker. Fat ass bitch. He came up to me, I'll fucking break his eye. Like I said, I'll break his eye socket with one punch. That's a guarantee. And I'm close to 50. I'll still do him in.
Him and his little friend are just clown shows, man. I was laughing the entire time. They were doing like their gang signs and all that stuff. They're flashing like 20 signs that aren't even like gang
They're not
signs.
gang.
It
Of
looks like
course
they're just
not.
mixing it with just whatever they can. And it's like, dude, if you're a real gangster, you're only flashing one sign.
He's a
You know,
bitch.
you only belong to one gang,
Dude, if
man. You
he's a
don't belong to
member of
30
a
of them,
gang,
dude.
he got fucked in.
It's like did you ever see that Banging in Little Rock? Do you remember that? It was like a documentary series. Had these like kids in the farm town throwing all these gang signs and that like that.
Crazy.
Eric Games or Gomes, can we set up a YTBC fight with these white boys to settle the grudge? I've tried. He won't do it.
Listen, man.
Hey, how are you? Good?
What he does is he says, "Let's fight right now." Like so we're gonna
We're gonna punch my monitor. Is that what I'm gonna do?
So let's fight right now. It's like, dude, you live in like the cushiest town in freaking Wisconsin, you know?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was Illinois. Okay.
No, man.
I mean,
he's never been to Illinois. It's literally a block away, and he's never been.
I thought he was from Chicago.
But like Ant said,
No.
it's just for the attention anyway. Like that's
He
what he
just wants attention, man. He's a yeah.
Degenerate.
He's a wigger, man.
He's a wigger. Like nobody respects a wigger, man.
I'm not singling that guy out in the chat, but some guys in the chat just love the trouble. You know what I mean? The drama of this stuff.
Absolutely.
You know?
And I don't, you know something, Jed. I don't even knock them because I don't know them. I don't know.
Yeah, it is kind of. I guess it's kind of funny to an extent, but it's kind of gets old, you know. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but like, listen, what's Johnny Boy doing? He's just trying to get attention. He's doing a stream. He's trying to call people out that live in different states. It's different if you live in the same city. You know what I'm saying? Let's say the same city at the very least, or like a tri-state city. You know, where we could get to each other pretty quick. But nobody's going. First of all, you're not coming over here. You're not coming to where I'm at. I'm not going over there. Okay. So let's let it be. Now, if you're really serious about something, you take the offers that have been offered to you. You've gotten two. Take your pick, okay? And I stand on my word. If I don't mean it, then you could expose me, okay? You could say, hey, this guy's full of shit. But until then, man, shut the fuck up, because you would never say that to my face. I guarantee you'll turn around if you saw me. You just be like, yo, I was just playing, dog. You know
how tough he is? He blocked us all on his YouTube, right? So we can't talk back. That's how tough he is, man.
Didn't he think his camera was off and jacked off on webcam?
Yes, bro. Yes.
He got caught jerking off on camera.
Yeah, he's a jerk off. That's what he is. Guy's a jerk off.
And no, he's not from Chicago, right?
No. So what's with the fake accent?
Because he watched
exactly that, Rare Breed, because it's fake.
He watched The Untouchables way too many times.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's a little rich kid, man.
Yeah, rich. His house is a fucking $500,000. Not his.
He's ashamed of that. He's ashamed of that. I mean, what kind of backwards world you live in when you're ashamed of that shit?
I know.
Like, first of all, don't be ashamed of it. You didn't earn it. Right? That wasn't your money. You don't have any. Let's be honest, you don't have no money.
40 years old asking for an allowance. Mom, please don't turn my internet off this month, please.
No, Rare Breed, you need to if you're in the Discord often, like, yeah, man.
No, I already had my run-ins with him.
He's not. He's an internet tough guy, man.
It's an internet tough guy, dude. That's all he is.
You look at his friend, like, you know, he takes down his videos after he posts them. That's how tough he is, dude. Like, the video he's making right now, you're never gonna see it because he's gonna put it on private.
He's gonna erase it. Yeah.
He doesn't want anybody to see it.
Right.
Someone needs to send it to his mom.
You guys.
Oh man, listen, that poor mother probably seen everything already, man. She probably seen
she
like
probably
all
caught him jacking off too.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, of course she did, man. He's a pig, man. He has low impulse control around his house, right? That low impulse control is different when he's around men that don't know him and that will punch him in his face if he gets too crazy.
Right. So he was doing that stream last night, and I'm watching it. They're all drunk and stuff, right? They're going, I'm gonna fight you, and then I realize it's like Monday night. Like, dude, this isn't Friday, like people got to get up tomorrow, man. Like, who is this show for? And obviously he just deletes it afterwards.
Fuck that pig anyway. Like, he's nobody, man.
Let's get back to boxing. So
yes,
who you guys going to tune into the Herring Stevenson fight?
I like that fight, man. As it's getting closer.
That fight.
Yeah, it's not a bad fight. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully
I got high hopes for Herring, man.
Yeah, you think he's gonna win this fight?
I don't know, but I got high hopes for him, man. To me, it's like a 50-50 fight right now. I got to spend a little more time breaking him down, studying him. But
I say 60-40 just based on talent. But then again, we've never seen Stevenson tested before. So
yeah, to me, Herring is a more well-rounded fighter. Like he seems to have more tools in the toolbox, right? Like he can box, he can bang it out, he got defense, good footwork, good fundamentals, but he's a bit slow. Not slow like George Camboso slow, but he's slower than Shakur. Shakur's fucking lightning fast. So
he's got a spy in his camp too.
What?
Crawford, right? I thought Crawford was close with Stevenson. Doesn't Crawford train with Herring?
I don't think he's gonna need it. He trains with Bomac, that's true.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Aram already has his own spies in the gym. It's just, this guy can take him. It's just.
Hopefully, I want Stevenson to win this fight so he can fight Valdez. I want to see that fight, or if Herring wins, him fight Valdez. Either way, yeah.
Even Navarrete moving up, maybe Navarrete could move up to 130. He could make a good fight too.
He's a big dude. He should be fighting at 130. Navarrete, that is.
It's too bad we didn't talk about.
If you name your kid after Tupac, he should have some gangster in him.
Go find out.
And Shakur Stevenson is the furthest thing from a fucking gangster I ever done seen.
Right. I don't know. We'll see. That's another guy.
Yeah, man. That's the fight I'm looking forward to the most right now, man.
I just want to see if he's a hype job or not. I don't think he is though. I think he's the goods, but he's got to prove it.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
What's his record, anyways? I think it's only like 16-0, isn't it?
Stevenson, I think. Yeah, something like that. 16-0.
Yeah, so there's no point moving him fast. They're obviously trying to move him slow. Even though
how old is he as well?
I was going to say, I think he's like 23 or something, right? He's kind of old already.
23, 16 fights. Herring's a good opponent, I guess. This, we'll see what level he's at.
Yeah, it's a step up fight for Stevenson, so he's not. And then after that, he says he wants to fight Valdez.
I mean, tell me if you agree. I think it's a step up fight for both of them. I think the toughest opponent either of them is fine.
Either of them sport. That's a good point. Yeah, because I think Shakur would beat Frampton at this stage. Frampton's too small and old.
Frampton, yeah,
for
sure.
Yeah.
He wanted that fight for a long time.
Yeah, definitely that Frampton.
Yeah.
Like I can't even name one Stevens opponent. I can't even do it. Like
I can't.
I don't think I can.
Oh wait,
I think I can either.
Wait. Actually, Stevenson has an underrated win on his column. He did beat Joel Gonzalez. I think he's a little bit better than people.
Oh yeah, you're right. He did, huh? He was undefeated too.
Yeah. Remember, he had the whole issue with the sister.
That's how he won his title, ain't it?
Yeah. And Joel Gonzalez is a better fight people give him credit for. He's just Stevenson made it look easy because he just outboxed him. But we'll see.
I just hope Shakur don't stink the joint out.
I don't think he will. I don't think he will.
Gives
Andre,
us a show.
Yeah, he knows because if he does, he wants to be that guy. If he wants to be that guy, you gotta be entertaining too. You can't be fucking. What's that dude's name? Little short dude, but his eyes are like cockeyed. Tevin Farmer.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna step away for like 5 minutes. You guys could, hold it down.
All right, I got you. And what?
He's capable.
Herring has like 3 or 4 inches of height and reach. Like he's a lot bigger, like frame wise. I think he has 4 inches of reach.
I don't know.
3 or
when
4.
I look from the what's it called, the face off, it looked like Shakur was bigger than him.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Shakur is going to fighting at 147. He's a big dude. I really think that.
But yeah, I would have thought Herring was longer as well. Taller.
I know.
Hold on. I'm checking on BoxX, see if I'm tripping. Okay.
Damn,
Shakur is 5'7" with a 68-inch reach. Now, this shit lies sometimes, but 5'7", 68, and 5'10", 72. So
he's probably closer to 5'9" than actually 5'7".
Yeah,
there's no way he's 5'7".
That's a lie. Or that's from his fucking amateur days when they measured him.
Yeah,
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. You guys definitely need to watch that Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney sparring. Like, it was some high level stuff.
Damn, I didn't even know that existed. I didn't even know that there was footage of them sparring.
It's from a few years ago, and yeah,
they're
beat up.
They're better now. Yeah, they're better now, but it's rare you see Devin Haney getting outboxed, and he was getting outboxed by Stevenson.
Yeah, but what you saw was Haney try to pressure Stevens, right, instead of trying to meet him in the ring toe to toe. So he didn't know how to control his opponent from not going backwards, because that kind of is like a skill too.
Yeah.
And he just got whatever you call it, outboxed.
Yeah. True. And even though he doesn't have the level of competition yet, Stevenson is the least hit boxer in all divisions. So I mean, there's something to say about that.
He's also one of the most boring. Sorry, man.
No,
I mean,
right.
every time he punches, he's like, eh. But I was like, dude, I gotta turn this off. Like, I can't even watch this.
Yeah, his fights are so fucking boring, man. You want to be a superstar? This is the entertainment game, man. You gotta put a show on, man.
I mean, I'll watch like the first 3, and then you figure out that the guy can't beat him, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not gonna watch him until he actually like fights somebody like him, maybe a Herring, right?
Well, this is the fight. Yeah, this is the fight I've been waiting for. Someone who I think could actually test them.
Yeah. So who do you guys think are the most exciting boxers? Like, guys you would actually pay money to see. I would say Virgil, Tank.
Yeah, Virgil definitely stands out of that. The younger fighters coming through.
Canelo, Golovkin, Better BF.
Josh Taylor. I love watching Taylor fight.
Crawford.
Not Better BF. To me, he's boring.
What?
He's
exciting as.
He's
Serbia.
Yeah, he's
a crusher.
Yeah, he's a come forward guy, but like he's slow and unskilled. I don't like that.
I mean, that's your taste. I mean, I like seeing a motherfucker get their brains beat in. So I like watching him fight.
I think he's a bit more skilled than I think he's more polished. Like, he looks a bit more than like there is a method to his madness.
I mean, just watch him in Osden. That was skill. That wasn't pure pressure and just strength.
Yeah, I like to bag or diss UK fighters a lot, but Josh Taylor is the real deal.
I'm with you. I like to bag on him a lot too, but Josh Taylor, yeah, man.
Hey, Anthony, I think you like bagging. You bag on American fighters. you bag on American fighters just as much. So
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I bag on all fighters, man.
You bag on all fighters. You're just
I grew up
hard
with
to.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm a bag on every fighter. I hold them to that fucking
Yeah.
standard, man.
Anthony has a high standard, but as a fan, you really should, because that's how you get greatness. You know.
Yeah, Josh Taylor, he legitimately he loves to fight. Yeah, he's trying. He does want to fight Tank and Crawford, everybody. He's the real deal. I respect him a lot. He's in my top 5, pound for pound.
Yeah, I agree. I've got him there as well.
Yeah.
Chocolate, that's still one of the most exciting
Oh
fighters.
yeah,
I think,
hell yeah.
boxing.
Yeah.
I love watching Estrada fight as well. Both of them two lads. So they're made for each other. Yeah, in a way, he's a killer.
For sure.
He's a little jerk.
I don't think he should move up to 126.
126 featherweight. Yeah, that might be.
Oh wait, I'm tripping. He hasn't even fought at 122 yet. No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 126 definitely a bit too.
Yeah, but who's that?
I think you could do 122, but 126 might be a bit much.
Yeah, who fights at 122?
Fulton and that Uzbek. I think they're the two top guys there.
Oh yeah, Uzbek. Where's he from?
No, he's from Uzbek. Uzbekistan. I can't remember his name.
Bully.
MJ. No, they call him MJ. Makajamoliov or something.
I'll say
Makajamoliov,
this.
Yeah.
I'll say this. This is going to sound like a weird thing to say, but when it comes to white people, the Eastern Europeans, those guys are a different breed. Those guys are tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's just the times, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's just because, like, if you look at the fighters from Italian American, Irish Americans in the 30s, 40s, they were as tough as anyone.
Marciano would have fit in just great with them. Rocky Graziano would have fit in just great with those guys. It's the hard times they come up under.
I also think about it. It's hard to develop a tough fighter from Denmark. I mean, those guys, they come like, I'm not saying all of them have like a easy life, but it's a lot easier to come up in Denmark than, Uzbekistan or something.
No doubt.
Yeah, but there's hoods there as well. But you know what the thing with them countries is? They're mostly into kickboxing. So, but you'll see some warrior kickboxers from them countries. Don't worry about that.
True.
Yeah.
That Viking.
Like the Dutch kickboxers are some of the tough combat athletes around.
No, but it's going to be hard to get like a badass white fighter from Denver, Colorado.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to be unlikely. It's going to be very unlikely.
Yeah. Very unlikely.
But it still could be possible if you had the right trainer, right? Things can.
Yeah.
But even with the African American fighter, I just don't see them at the same level they were in the 80s or 70s. That same toughness or like there's no Terry Norris around. No Aaron Pryor.
Any Western nation, people have gotten softer, man. It's you can just
like, look at Aaron Pryor, man. There's no Aaron Pryors today, man. Like he was a straight killer. Guys like that.
It's not just that. As an African American, like boxing is probably not even like in top 5 for like most young people, like as far as what sports we're into. So that's a big other.
That's true.
But again, that still don't matter. Because look at just a guy like Jim Brown. I'm sorry, I don't think there's any NFL players as hard as Jim Brown was.
And all these other like boxing's still not the most popular sport in Russia or Eastern Europe. It's nowhere near it. They've got heaps of sports they like better than boxing.
Like but they are Russia good, they love sports.
Just look.
They love
Sugar Ray Leonard said this a long time ago, and it always stuck with me. The poorest places in the world generate the best fighters, and it's just true. It's just true.
It is definitely.
Russia, Nigeria, Mexico,
South America, parts of Asia.
I'm surprised China never really produced a great fighter yet, but I mean they got 1 billion people. You'd think that'd be.
I just don't think boxing's known.
They're gonna start. Trust that.
Yeah.
I just don't think they've been taught like boxing's big enough there that they know that it's not really a thing. But like Anthony said, it will eventually.
Yeah, it's coming. Now that they have guys like Inouye and Pacquiao and all them guys came through that circuit in Donaire, they're starting to kids are gonna start being like, I want to be like him, and go to the boxing gym. But plus they all have their own, traditional martial arts that they like to go after. But again, it's gonna start. It's gonna start, man.
Well, even Japan, I reckon, is one of the most underrated boxing. Like they dominate. They've been dominant, or one of the dominant ones at the lower weights.
Just look at this, right? Going back to when there was the Jewish fighters.
nowadays it's like a trope that like Jewish men are weak. But say that back in the 30s, they'd have cracked your skull open in 2 seconds flat. Those guys,
Yeah, Barney Ross is one of the biggest G's to ever go in the ring. You look up his story.
Maxwell Bear.
Gangster.
Yeah.
Barney Ross.
Yep.
Barney Ross.
Oh, Barney Ross. Yeah, Maxwell Bear too.
Yeah.
Soda Man.
Yeah.
Well, Jews are one of the highest. They're one of the highest earners in this country. So
yeah, and that has a lot to do with it too. Sugar Ray Leonard went on to that. He goes, once you saw like the Jews started to make money, they left the violence. They left the sport. Once the Italians started to come into a community and make money, there's no longer as many Italian fighters, and now like other parts of the other cultures and other parts of the globe started to fill in for them. It's just wherever the poor people are, you'll do anything to get out of there. And
I know. Yeah.
It's just a chain. It's like a circle. It goes around and around. Then it's your turn.
Yeah.
It's this country's turn. Then it's that one. Yeah, man.
What's his name? Paulie. He said that the Eastern Europeans are going to start dominating.
Well, what he said was Eastern Europe. When he said that, he said Eastern Europeans are dominating at the point, and that's when Usyk, Loma, Golovkin, they were all like pound for pound 1, 2, and 3. Is what he meant by that, and I think that's what got him fired too.
Oh yeah, I like Paulie's commentary.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Not a big.
Paulie tells you what's in his mind, whatever he feels that's on his mind, and it's as educated of an opinion as he can possibly see it. You know.
Yeah, whether you agree or disagree, I mean that's what he thinks and he sees, and that's what you're paying him for.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of his politics, but I respect him for speaking his mind because I know that his politics is not popular in the mainstream media. Let's just say that.
Right. I mean, listen, and again, right? Like this is why boxing or sports in general finds themselves in the hole that they always constantly do. Like when it comes to sports, these are public figures because you guys made them public figures, but these people are human beings and they got their own opinions, right? Of what they think of the world or what they think of the sport they're in, and the bullshit that goes on. But once they start trying to, say, well, this is the way we do things here, and so therefore you're a good commentator, but we're not going to have you here because you voiced that opinion. That cheapens the way boxing is, the authenticness. He didn't make it political. He said he just said, I've noticed that there's a lot of people from Eastern Europe that are dominating. That doesn't mean they're gonna dominate boxing. They're gonna dominate everybody.
When he said it, the Ring Magazine's top 4 guys were all Eastern European, so it wasn't wrong.
At the moment, he was just looking at what's out there, and he just voiced his opinion.
I mean,
he's not Eastern European. Remember, he doesn't have he doesn't have like a bias towards them, like, oh, I love these guys or whatever. No.
Well, I will say this. I noticed a lot of, and I guess I can't blame them. A lot of white Americans do not cling, but they do latch on to Eastern European fighters because they don't have any
fighters.
Because they're good, okay.
That's part of it. That's part of it.
They're white. They but there's nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with that.
This way.
No,
there's
white
people are clinging on to bum ass Eastern European fighters. No one's rooting for Lipinets.
Right. They're not rooting for Lipinets.
No,
they barely know who he is.
Well, I mean, it's like us. We're not gonna fucking go out crazy for, I don't know, what's a bum black fighter.
Drawn in.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, stop it. But fucking,
right. I know what you mean. A guy that's like he's basically not even a B level fighter. He's like a C at best. Yeah. You're not gonna root for that guy. He's gonna lose, and his skills are not all that. I totally get it. It's the reason why you prefer Errol Spence over that type of guy. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. Because Errol Spence is a better fighter. You see, as you get older, as you start getting older and you watch something, it's called experience. That's all it is. You start to appreciate the art form. Now, do I want like a nice Puerto Rican boxer? Hell yeah. But I'm not gonna jump the gun and be like, yo, Berlanga, man, he'll knock out everybody. That's not how I really feel. I'd rather tell you how I really feel. You get what I'm saying? It'd be like Berlanga looks average right now, in my opinion. He looks average.
He's very flawed, no doubt about it.
Yes, absolutely. I think he does some good shit, but put him in there with Benavidez, put him in there with Charlo, even put him in there with Canelo, guys like that. They beat him up, bro. They more likely beat him up, man.
That's another guy. We were talking about exciting fighters. David Benavidez. That dude's fun to watch. He's a killer.
Hell,
I like him. I like
him. Yeah, he lets his hands go. He throws like 7-8 punch combinations.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to talk about Berlanga. It sounds like from what I'm seeing, it looks like he fell in love with his power, right? He went on that 16-on-16 knockout streak, so now he's
first round.
He's going for the knockout, and then he's like forgetting to box at times.
Yes.
Otherwise, when you look at his boxing skills, it's actually pretty good.
It is. Yeah. It's just that what it is. It's very predictable.
Yeah.
It's all one speed. It's all same pattern.
But that's because he wants to just knock the dude out,
exactly.
With a big shot. But when he forgets, when he actually tries to box, he's actually pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's not bad. He's just he needs to learn experience, and I don't know. I'm being honest with you, I don't know what he's going to turn out to be.
I think they need to slow Berlanga down, man.
Yeah,
slow his career path down.
Yeah,
and I don't know what's going on with all this. Like, if you guys follow him on Instagram, I don't know if you guys noticed. Like, he has this "I made it already" lifestyle.
He's already out at the club with a
on. He said he's hanging with Fat Joe and that.
Yeah, he's hanging out with Fat Joe, and
he's already calling himself a superstar.
Exactly,
like, dude. If I didn't watch boxing, I wouldn't even know who you are. What are you talking about?
I mean, he's got a New York following, but I guarantee you, not everybody in New York know him. I guarantee you that. Okay, they don't know who he is.
People are gassing his head up, bro.
Yeah, he's not like Tyson Fury, AJ Wilder. He's not those status where I could say their name, and pretty much today they'll know who you're talking about, right?
Even Tank.
Tank probably is more known than yes. Tank is more known.
Tank definitely is more known than Berlanga. Yeah, Tank's way more known than Berlanga, I think.
You notice Canelo dropped wanted to be undisputed at 168 as soon as Benavidez popped for
yes.
Dude, I have a conspiracy theory that the fucking WBC set that shit up for Canelo. I really do. I really think they knew that Canelo and them already talked. You're coming to 6'8", you're going to be undisputed, but you don't want to fight this guy? Don't worry, we'll get his belt from you. We have our spies. We know when he's been out at the club sniffing coke, we'll pop him the very next day and take his belt. Then you don't got to worry about him. That's my conspiracy theory, but boy,
it's a good one. That's a good one.
Boy, does it fit.
I have one question for Canelo fans. Why didn't he want to go undisputed at 160? Why?
Because it was much harder.
Much harder. Thank you. Much harder. That's why.
I always say that, Rare Breed. I always say, why did I never hear this undisputed talk at 5'4"? Why did I never hear it at 160? Why did I never hear it at 175? Only all of a sudden there's this weak ass division. Now it's all about undisputed. Get the fuck out of here.
Because he could just add that to his resume, in this soft division,
Yeah,
that was just convenient, and also it gives him an excuse to stay away from the bigger threats, Yeah,
and also
it's really perfect timing.
Also, fellas, I know you, Anthony, you're a big fan of Beterbiev, but the fact that Canelo wants that fight so bad tells me that guy is probably not as good as you think he is. They obviously see something.
When did he say he wanted that fight?
Yeah, I don't think he wants that fight, man.
I think he does.
He could have already had it.
Benavidez or Beterbiev?
Beterbiev.
Yeah. When did he say he wanted it? When he's 40?
I don't know. I think that guy's tailor-made for Canelo. He's slow-footed. I mean, what do you go? He's
Then
not going to knock him out.
Unified right after Kovalev. That would have been the biggest fight.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, if he comes in as ripped
Mhm.
as he came in his last fight,
Yeah.
I'll be shocked that he doesn't fucking beat the shit out of Canelo. I'll be shocked.
Look, even if Canelo, forget what Canelo says.
Canelo's gonna fight better Biev in like 4 years.
Maybe.
Yeah. How old is Beterbiev? He's like 36 already.
What are you gonna say, Jet?
No, I was just saying, forget what Canelo says. He doesn't want, like, he hasn't tried to make that Beterbiev fight. Whatever he's saying is just games. If he really wanted the Beterbiev fight, he would have made it. That would have been made. Beterbiev would take that fight in a second.
Beterbiev's been saying he wants that fight. Like anytime he goes, if he wants to fight me, call me. It's on. Call me. It's on.
And trust me, lads, if that fight happens, there'll be some clause, hydration, or there'll be some massive asterisk to it if it does happen.
With Canelo and Beterbiev? Okay.
Yeah. If Canelo fights Beterbiev and there's no stipulations, then I'd give him heaps of respect. That would be like,
that
would be
give him fucking massive respect. Yeah.
I think it'd be an easy fight, and he'll get a lot of credit for it. And I don't think he'll get as much credit as he should. I mean, as he should, because he shouldn't get that much. I don't think Beterbiev is that good. That's just my opinion. I don't see anything special about him, but maybe it's because it's a weak ass division.
Beterbiev hits like a fucking tank, bro.
He dropped Usyk in that.
Canelo can handle that.
Fucking amateur standout in the toughest fucking era ever.
Yeah,
that dude
he dropped
his
Usyk.
ass off. He
Drop
just don't
look
need
at a body shot.
Yeah,
with a
body shot. Yeah, look at all the guys Usyk's fought in the pros that haven't been able to drop him. I mean, besides Glowacki, that obviously, but that call. But you know, and Beterbiev hurt Usyk in both fights. And this guy punches like a fucking like a brick, literally like getting hit with a brick.
But one thing about Canelo, I will give him credit. He's very, very durable.
Yeah.
So
that's one thing I've got to agree with you, Rare Breed. If he could take Beterbiev's punch, he'll win. But I just don't know if he can.
If he could take it, that's the key to the fight.
Yeah.
That's the key to the fight. If he could take it, he could take his punches. He could body beat him on points. I doubt he stops him. I doubt he stops him.
That's a big if, though, you know.
Yeah.
Because like we've seen with everyone Beterbiev, they get hit, they shell up. They're like, oh,
Look what he did to fucking Vosdick, man. Fucking sent Vosdick to the hospital, bro.
Yeah, and Vosdick's chin was I mean, people say he had a shaky chin, but I think he proved it in Stevenson that it was good. Stevenson's a huge puncher.
Stevenson usually puts guys to sleep with that punch he caught him with.
Stevenson's one of the biggest punchers we saw in recent decades, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like Prime Stevenson would be a fucking hard matchup for Canelo. I don't know if Canelo could beat Prime Adonis.
Yeah,
I don't
either.
I think if he catches Canelo, it's people say he's got a great chin, but I don't know if he could. You could have a great chin, and Adonis Stevenson could still break it, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. So
I really don't know about Canelo at light heavyweight because that Kovalev fight doesn't tell us much because I think Kovalev was finished as an elite fighter.
Also, that fight was suspect to me. You know how Kovalev and Canelo are friendly and everything. I feel like he was trying to give him a payday.
Well, we've gone back and forth. But either way, if it was suspect or if it was legit, we know Kovalev was finished as an elite fighter. So I don't think it tells us anything about how good Canelo is at 175.
That's the way I see it too, Jed. I see it two ways. I think it was fixed, but if it wasn't, it's just look at the way Kovalev was fighting.
Right.
Yeah, you tell me he's at his best.
He was right for the picking. He just got knocked out 60 days prior.
Then he lost it. He almost got knocked out by Yardy. Who was
got knocked out by Alida Alvarez. Well,
he was done, man.
I still don't think Canelo has like that signature like that every great fighter has. I'm still waiting for that. Am I wrong for saying that?
Well,
I think you're right.
Here's the thing, Rare Breed. They're gonna say Golovkin was the signature win.
But it's controversial.
You saw the fight, whatever you thought of it.
Yeah,
it really doesn't play. It doesn't play into the history book. But you could, as an educated fan, you could say that wasn't a great, like, that wasn't a signature win. You get what I'm saying? That wasn't like Go ahead.
Yeah, and the problem with that is most hardcore fans know Golovkin was robbed in the first fight. So,
Right.
and then the second fight was closer. So most fans see Golovkin getting the better of that rivalry. You know what I mean? Because he clearly won the first fight, and the
he's
second
older.
fight was competitive. Yeah, and he's older. Yeah, so I think Golovkin's starting to age. That rivalry's starting to look better for him to like hardcore fans.
Yeah. I mean, Pacquiao, Mayweather, those guys, they had those masterclass, like dominant performances against other great fighters.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah, he hasn't got that. Definitely hasn't got that. You're 100% right.
No, I always say this: Canelo has never decisively beat an A-level fighter in his career.
Nope.
Except for James Kirkland.
He's not.
Yeah.
No. I like
mean,
Kirkland, but yeah, he's not elite.
He was getting outboxed by Amir Khan.
All great fighters have a clear-cut win over a great fighter.
Yep.
He doesn't have one.
Yeah.
He's still a hell of a fighter. I love watching Canelo fight. I can't wait to watch him beat the brakes off Plant. But he doesn't have that great win over a great fighter.
Remember, we were saying we come to the realization his best win might be Cotto, an aged Cotto, because that's the only Hall of Famer he's kind of.
And look how competitive that fight was.
It still was competitive, yeah.
7-5.
Yeah.
And his brother put him on jelly legs.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna give him a pass on that one. He was like 19 years old, so you know.
Yeah. That was a learning experience, I guess.
Yeah, that was just a learning experience, and you know, he held up, and I think he ended up stopping him.
Yeah,
I think that's what ended up happening. He stopped him. So look, I'm not gonna hold that against him. But you're right that there isn't that like dominant wins like Floyd had, Pacquiao had. You know, great fighters of the past have had where you can say, look. Here's this guy gets a great opponent and he fucking dominated him.
Yeah, or even Chavez. Like he hasn't got like the other Mexican like Chavez wins over Rosario Camacho. They're dominant wins over.
Dude, he doesn't even have a dominant win like Tyson Fury.
No, he doesn't over Wilder.
Tyson
Fury,
doesn't. You can say what you want about Wilder. Wilder was still the WBC champion, popular, all that stuff. Was seen like unbeatable because he had one punch knockout power, all that narrative, right?
Yeah.
And
basically, Tyson Fury went in there and dominated him, and
bully.
Bully
the bully,
yeah,
but
they were super fights, like saying they were
super fights. Yeah, they were like
for this age of boxing, they were. Yeah.
So
the boxing world stopped what they were doing and watched that fight. Canelo's had a few of those and never really dominated anybody.
Yeah, like guys, like years from now, when you say who was the best fighter of this generation, and you want to say Canelo, which fight are you going to put on? Is there one? There's no dominant performance. Look at this guy. This like with Pacquiao, you could put on the
Cotto,
Rivera, Margarito, De La Hoya.
You could put Corrales.
De La Hoya was done, but yeah, Corrales.
You could put Corrales. You could put even though it was Canelo, you could put, even though to me it was a boring fight, but you could say he beat Manny Pacquiao, right? You could actually say these things.
Yeah.
Where Canelo is like, there's not that one signature domination of a fucking elite fighter. You know, there's not like that guy who was at his best game and he just went in there and destroyed that dude.
I don't know about you guys. If he fought Charlo at 168 and dominated him, I would give him credit for that. Or Benavidez. That could be a signature win on his resume. If he were to like dominate one of those two guys.
Yeah, of course, man. Absolutely. If he goes in there beats like a dude like Benavidez, he fucking dominates him.
Yeah.
Man. Of course, man. If Triple G goes in there and fucking schools Murata, right?
Yeah.
Because the next fight after that, after Canelo beats Plant, is Cinco de Mayo, and he beats a 40-year-old Golovkin down fashion, I still give him credit for that. I'll say, even though Golovkin was old, but shit, he let him know, you know, I know you're still elite, but you're not on my level no more, you know.
Holy shit, Golovkin's 40 now?
Well, he's gonna be 40, bro. Yeah, man.
And with his fighting style, how long has the man been fighting?
Since 2006. I want to say.
Jeez.
I might be wrong about that. I think it's 2006. Yeah, he's been boxing.
Yeah. His workouts are crazy. I've seen it. Him and Lomachenko.
Yeah.
Probably,
Did you see that? Did you see him doing damn, why am I pull-ups with the weight, the big, yeah, that was pretty impressive, man. I mean, listen, man, take it into consideration. The dude is he's a great athlete, but he's at that age where you're supposed to like slow down. And don't get me wrong, he has, but the dedication is still there. You know, it's still there.
I think that's part of the reason why Loma gets hurt, is hurt all the time, or he's in the camp with a lot of injuries. His workouts are too intensive.
But you know what else that is too? When you're fighting bigger dudes, you tend to swing harder. It's just natural instinct. True. You know, you just go at it a little bit harder. And so when you do that, when you take the workouts and all that, you know, the intense workouts, like what he if you notice his workouts, he tries to, not only is he trying to build concentration and fast reflexes, he's also trying to build his wrists. His wrist, his forearm, it's all about that. Because sometimes in boxing, you don't have time to load up on a punch. So you gotta be quick with the you gotta be strong with your forearms, your wrists. I respect that actually. I as a boxer, I definitely respect that, man. That he tries to get all those things strong in case he finds himself in a fight where he can't load up quickly. You know, so he has to punch with his wrist.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Yeah, man. Boxing should be as long as these guys fight each other, man, it should be interesting, man.
Say that boxing is dead, but in terms of the talent coming out, it's pretty good place, I'd say.
Yeah, there's some good talent, man. They just gotta fight each other.
Exactly.
You know? That's all they gotta do. They gotta stop being. For that. You know, when we look at like 135, I think it could be really good, but it can't just be one guy who's willing to fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? Loma, or in the case of Devin Haney versus the Young Bucks, so far it only seems to be Devin Haney.
Yeah,
you know? He's the only one that's saying, "Look, I'll fight Ryan Garcia, I'll fight Teofimo, I'll fight Tank, no problem." You know, prove him wrong. Say, all right, let's fight. Then let's see if Devin Haney says, no, then I'll call Devin Haney now. I'll say, yo, you looking suspect right now. But until that happens, that's the only thing I see right now. I see Devin Haney wants to fight these young dudes. They don't want to fight him.
Right.
Hey, would you like to see Devin Haney versus Lomachenko?
Yeah.
Yep.
I would like to see that.
I'd love to see that fight. Yeah, that'd be great.
I would pay for that fight. You know what they should do? They should put it on pay-per-view.
Well, they would have to.
Because Top Rank and Eddie Hearn, you know, they both want a piece of the pie. They both want the whole pie. So I guess in order for the fans to be happy, they would have to split the pie in pay-per-view. That's the only way I see that fight happening.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Unfortunately, I think you're probably right. Unfortunately, yeah, that's probably the reality of it.
That's the reality of that fight.
Yeah, super interesting.
I don't see that fight happen. I don't think that fight will happen. I don't see that happening. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think we'll see that.
Well, Eddie Hearn has been talking about charging more money on DAZN on the Zone.
Oh yeah,
on the Zone, yeah.
Yeah, he was thinking about looking at that pay-per-view.
Have you got the Zone? How much is that in America? How much a month is it?
I get it for 1 month, 120. I mean 1 year, 120.
I think it's 20
that's not bad.
month if you buy it for just a month, right?
It's like I think it's $20.
$20 a month.
Yeah, $20 a month. If you buy, if you do it monthly.
Yeah,
which is not bad.
Yeah,
it's not bad. But if they're gonna start doing pay-per-view, you know, they're gonna probably get some pushback on that. You know.
I don't think we don't have it in my country, but I use like people have got the PIN number or something for it. You know what I mean? I use it that way. But I don't think it's like it's on our networks like it is out in America. But that's not a bad price, $10 a month, and you get heaps of sports. It's not just boxing.
Yeah, they got
you get a whole lot.
They even got baseball on that shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh, Jed. When does that new Narcos come out?
I think November, start of November. I think when I was seeing it.
Okay.
A couple of weeks while you look excited for it.
Yeah, I went to
the movie
last night and it's still there.
Series. Yeah.
Oh, the series.
Hey, I got stuff. You usually be interested in. I'll just walk past here. I was actually fired up. Can you see like this big house here? About down the side.
Damn.
Yeah, you see it, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like about 20 years ago, there was it was owned by this triad boss. The three people got decapitated. It's fucking eerie house. Yeah, in this house. Yeah, they got decapitated. I think at the bottom floor. Whole family.
You know what I noticed about Europe and countries close to Europe or whatever? They don't have as much murders as America, but when they do, it's vicious, bro.
Yeah.
Like vicious murders.
Well, this was big money. That's why, it was like he was like a heroin. He was bringing like all the heroin in and that. He was like a heroin kingpin, full-on millionaire. And they just come and slaughtered his family, tied him up like on the bottom level, chopped their heads off with samurai swords. But it's fucking creepy.
Russia used to have a higher murder rate than the U.S. in the 90s.
Yeah, not in the back in the.
But yeah, it's crazy.
Back through the days of like communism, shit like that. Yeah, there was a lot of.
But it's that creepy walker. Like every time you walk past that house, it's like the spirits or something. You know what I mean? It's so eerie. That's why it's just got this creepy feel to it.
Yeah, man.
That's why I thought I got to show these lads.
All that bad for him.
Hey.
Can't say I feel all that bad for him though.
Yeah, right.
Pushing heroin.
They
but
probably
I think
killed 1 million people on their own.
Yeah, but some of the victims were his innocent family members, though. But
that's the sad shit, right?
Because, that's a little. Yeah,
I think it was him, his wife, and his young child. I think they all got decapitated.
Geez.
Yeah.
When you fuck with people like that, there's always that one guy that's like gonna take it to the extreme. He's gonna be like, "Look, I know I can't hurt you, but I'm gonna do something that hurts you for the rest of your life, something you would never be able to forget, like that, right? Killing your family, and then thinking about like he's the cause of that. These people would never look for his family if it wasn't for him,
Yeah, that's why when I used to walk past that at night when there'd be no one around, it'd be fucking that.
Dude, did you hear about that story that happened in New York, in Brooklyn? It was like about a month ago, 2 months ago. Dude, this guy was having a baby shower for his wife. Obviously, she's pregnant. Her ex-boyfriend shows up. They get into a shootout. The husband fucking killed his wife. He shot her in the head by accident. Fucking shot her dead.
That's fucking messed up, man.
It's fucking crazy. The ex shows up fucking beefing and bitch this, shooting. He pulls out his gun, he's shooting back, and he kills his fucking fiance, man.
Oh.
Obviously killing his. I don't know what happened to the baby, but I think he killed the baby too. But with that, so that dude is sitting in jail right now. Think about that for a second. He's sitting in jail, thinking about this shit. Unless he was licensed to carry a gun, which I don't know.
Still, he's gonna live with the guilt of that.
Yeah, exactly, man. God damn. Some people think they have problems, man. Until you fucking hear some shit like that, you're like, what's going through that man's mind right now? You don't even want to know.
Yeah. So that lad, remember I was telling you that lad I know, Anthony, his girlfriend snitched on him and then his mum killed herself. The fucking worst luck he had. Like, he had to be locked up with that.
Yeah.
Oh, his mother killed himself?
Yeah, so his girlfriend snitched on him. Right. And then a day later, his mum kills herself. And so he's in jail with that all on his head.
Fuck, man. Yeah.
Poor fuck.
Time to hang it up.
Yeah, he's still alive though. He still gets, so he hanged on. But yeah,
Yeah, I've heard some horror
And he's
stories like that, man. I've heard some crazy shit about things like that happen.
his name's Pedro as well, so he got an unfortunate name.
Damn.
Man, I was locked up with this one dude. He killed his mother, killed his mom. He shouldn't have been in jail. He should have been in like a mental hospital. Obviously, he was mentally disturbed, like for real, for real.
Yeah, if you kill your mother, I mean,
Every
Anthony-
day, he would pack all his belongings and then walk to the front gate and be like, "I'm going home. Like I'm going home. I'm going to see my mom. Like, don't I get to leave?" And they'd have to escort him back. And then like 3 hours later, he'd have all his shit packed again. He'd walk right back to the front gate. Like, I'm going home. I'm going to see my mom. Like, and he just did this all day, every fucking day. And I ended up leaving before they leave. They moved him, so he's probably still in jail. Like, just crazy people that need to be in like a mental institution, not jail.
Yeah, I met people like that. I was like, wait a second, this guy's a criminal or a mental patient?
Yeah.
Like, well, why is he in here with like fucking dudes that are criminals?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, this dude looks like he needs to be in a mental institution because he's like sitting there crying.
Guys.
Yeah, he's like in a fetal position. He's crying. Like even the thugs don't even want to like fuck with him. They just like, oh, it's weird or whatever. They might just be like, yo, shut the fuck up, some shit like that. You know, I'm like, why is that guy in here? This dude belongs in. Dude, I seen some man. Listen, man. Obviously, I don't want to sound preachy, but prison is not the spot. It is not the fucking place to be in, man. It's just the shit that you might see. You don't even want to like it never. You once you see it, you can never unsee it. You know, you can't unsee that shit. I've seen people there crying, bro, get beat up. I've seen a dude who looked like a little baby, but obviously he was of age to be in where we were at. I'm like, yo, did they just beat up a baby? Like seriously, he was that small.
Yeah.
He was like fucking. He looked like a 12-year-old. I didn't see what they did to him, but I saw him in the hospital because when you going in, they do a checkup on you, right? They'll do that whole checkup on you, whatever, and you see people going into the hospital, and you see, dude, I was like, is that a child, like a baby? Like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, obviously he's 16 at least. I'm like, he does not belong in here. Obviously, look what happened to him. Now, I don't know what he did, right? Because obviously he's in jail. So I don't know what happened. But this little kid was like the way you would think of a little kid who just got beat up by a bunch of people, by a bunch of grown, like, big men. You know, he had that shocked look, just looking in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, damn, man.
Shock look.
Then you find out that this little kid was in fucking HDM, which is called Housing for Dangerous Men.
That's
What the fuck?
I was about to say, he probably had 5 bodies or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the fuck did he do?
He's probably the hitman for the local child gang.
Dude, think of, you know who he looked like? Think of Shaheem when he was a little kid.
Oh, the Wu-Tang, that love.
Yeah, little
Wu-Tang?
Shaheem.
Yeah.
Think of him. That's what the little kid looked like. I was like, man, take it easy on the little dude, man. He's a fucking little guy. They beat him up like that for, but then they were like, yeah, he's coming from HDM. You only get there when you're too violent. That's the only reason they put you in there. Like, this little motherfucker was beating the shit out of people.
Probably stabbing him up and everything.
Yeah, that's what I think he did. Yeah, I think he stabbed. So they caught him.
Yeah. So I think you can never underestimate someone's violence on their size, you know?
Nah,
be the most violent little cunt. Most violentest little motherfucker they could be, you know?
Dude, if they're in jail, there's a good chance that's one of the most violent people you'll meet in that city. If he's in jail. There's a very good chance he's probably the 1%. The most violent people you'll meet, you know?
Yeah.
You can have an innocent baby face, but he'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, then when they're all together, you know, they just get more violent because they've got to survive the other violent people. So just cycles worse and worse.
Someone that small, he's probably just really scared. So he's lashing out to like, I'll try and intimidate some people so they don't mess with me. So let me get super violent. and hopefully they'll leave me alone.
And another big thing in the US prisons, isn't it, is the rape. So he probably is paranoid he's going to get raped being that small. He'd be it, you know? They're going to fucking hold him
Even
down.
though it didn't really happen that much in the adolescent, I'm talking about like this is like in the fucking early 90s, right? So I don't know what it's like now. But in the adolescence, like you rarely heard about rape, just straight up like fucking raping a guy.
Really? What?
Not really.
I always heard that adolescent that's where like the rape went down.
No, it was the violence. Well, the fucking violence was the like C-74.
Oh yeah, they're wild. All that testosterone, no consequences.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it.
Well, my brother-in-law's father actually got raped in the adolescence by the guards. The guards used to rape him.
Yeah, you see that? That's crazy. Yeah.
That's some sleepers shit.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened, bro. Yeah, and you could still tell the lads, like he's cool in that, but he's still traumatized by it. You know?
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably hates fucking COs for the rest of his life. Yeah.
You know, he hates Imo Hayes more than anything, more than that. He just thinks of that, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but I remember C-74. They would call it Adolescents at War. That's what they would call it. Yeah,
sounds like a beautiful place. Sounds like a nice place.
Yeah, paradise.
Sounds like a pleasant place to go.
Yeah, man. I remember. You know, because when I went in, I was like 18. I was always a pretty big dude for my age, right? Like I always had like height and some size to me, but still, like there was other dudes that were just as big as me or even bigger in certain cases. Not many, but you're gonna find those dudes that are fucking bigger than you. And then the first introduction is like you're going to you're in the holding cell. Then from the holding cell, right when they're gonna place you, they take you to get your physical. And while you're getting your physical, there's dudes coming in there with a $150 in their face. I'm like, man, I really fucked up. Shit, I'm in the jungle right now. Now I'm fucking in it.
Yeah, the gladiator school life.
Exactly. Yeah, man. And it takes too much energy from you because then you got, because we're all decent human beings when we're fucking, to ourselves or whatever, and we're with our people that we love. But now you're in there with a bunch of violent people. So you got to fucking be, you got to at least, play the part, right?
Go with the
you got to
flow.
at least do that shit. Yeah, that takes a lot of energy if you're not really that type of person.
Yeah, sure does.
Yeah.
Dude, I was just telling this story to my buddy, and it never really clicked to me but he gave me like an idea of what might have happened. I think I told you this story before, but this dude it was lockdown time, but he wouldn't get off the phone. So this guard comes over to him. He's like, "Get the fuck off the phone," blah blah blah. He wouldn't listen, wouldn't even respond to him. And then when the guard got close enough to him, he just ragdolled him, and he was like grinding his face off like the like cheese grater type stairs, and blood was just leaking like or right. He ripped his whole face off.
God damn.
No one came to help this guard. Like the guard just got destroyed. Then all they did was lock the dude up on our block, just put him in the cell, close the door, and didn't let him out for like 3 days, and then just opened it and let him right back out. Like right back out with me and everyone else. I'm like, what the fuck? Normally you're going to the whole game.
Did you just congratulate him when he got back on the yard?
No, I wouldn't even talk to the dude. Like, you're a fucking psycho, man. Get away from me. But no, I was telling this to my buddy, and he's like, bro, what I bet happened is the cops probably set him up. He was probably like a cop snitching on other cops.
Yes.
Things.
Yeah, that very well could have been
him into that block, and probably told this guy, stay on the phone, create a scenario where he got to come up to you, and then beats on him. And because he didn't get in trouble for it, dude. He didn't get in trouble for it.
Well, that makes it suspect, doesn't it? If he got no punishment, it probably was working for him then.
Yeah, I thought they were just putting him in like our little like locking him in his cell until like a a spot in the hole got opened up. But then like 3 days later, they just let him out and he was back on the block. So like that alone, and he's like, yeah, dude, I'll guarantee you that the guards served him up.
Dude,
Probably
check this out.
He was telling on other guards for smuggling shit and stuff.
Check this out, Run the Dome.
And then it clicked. I was like, I bet that is what happened.
They, of course, absolutely, man. They dude, your work. Look, it takes a certain type of mindset to work in a prison. That's one, okay? So these dudes turn into criminals if they didn't have it already. They didn't have a little bit of that bug in them already. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But let's say a guy came in there honestly. He came in there honestly. He's thinking he's doing a good thing. Bro, you're going to get corrupted, man. You're going to get corrupted. Here's some crazy shit, right? So when I was in New York, I just got back from New York. I'm in Florida now, but when I was in New York, I was watching the news and they were talking about all these dudes that have killed themselves that were going to Rikers Island. At the same time, there's all these assaults, the assaults on prison officers are rising, and all these people that work for the prisons are now retiring early or resigning. So I'm saying to myself, I know what happened. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
So
I already know.
Rikers Islands in the 80s and the 90s were way crazier than today, right? Maybe not today, but like in the past, let's say 10 years.
Yeah.
Rikers Island was off the chains in the 80s and the 90s. Okay? That was gladiator school. Everybody knew that. You go in there, you hope you survive, you hope you don't get $150. That's all you're hoping. Like, I hope I don't get $150 in my face.
Yeah.
Right?
The Tories prison worldwide. Like, everyone knew that.
Yeah, and it's just a detention center. Because they get everybody.
What's $1.50?
Huh?
What's $1.50?
Oh, $1.50.
150 stitches, isn't it?
150 stitches.
A razor to your face. You got to get 150 stitches.
Yeah.
So what happened was, because
I recognise quickly that's how notorious Rikers Island is. Like most people here that know about it, they think it's like the jail. They don't even know that. I mean, they think it's the prison, not the jail. You know what I mean? They don't even know that it's the holding center because it's so notorious.
So
they think
Rikers
it's just
Island,
the prison.
You can do time there, but it's like only 2 years or some shit like that. Right?
Yeah, it's mostly for, like you said, on remand, like while you're waiting for trial.
While you're waiting for trial, that's basically what it is.
But it's so notorious. Most people think it's a prison. It's that notorious,
So you have basically all the 5 boroughs going there, one place. So you remember, you got the worst people from Brooklyn, the worst people from the Bronx, the worst people from Queens, the worst from Manhattan, the worst from Staten Island. That's what you got in there, And sometimes you even get the worst from New Jersey, because Jersey dudes are like right next to us, Yeah. Sometimes you get dudes from Long Island. You get some dudes from downstate, like New Rochelle, fucking Yonkers or whatever, so you get all that. That's what you're basically getting. And so New York got so tamed, right? That, they ain't that many murder suspects in jail anymore. So it's calm now, because the murder is like super down compared to the way it used to be in the 80s and the 90s. So now that shit is going up again, right? It's going upwards. So these people are not these guys are not trained for these violent criminals. You get what I'm saying? So they just say, I'm out. So the CEOs from the 80s and the 90s, they didn't quit because of that. Some maybe here and there, but you didn't hear like thousands quitting. So these people got so used to, a certain element of violence, right? That now that the violence has gone up, right? Because obviously, if you get more murders, more shootings, you're gonna have more dangerous criminals. And these dudes are like, yo, I'm out of here.
They threw in the towel. I'm out of here. Hey, what was the prison in New York with a massive? Was that Attica? They had that huge riot like in the 70s.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Attica.
Where's that? Upstate?
Yeah. Upstate. Yeah, that's like. Hey, I got a brother up there, man.
Dude, there was like.
I got a brother. He's up there right
dead inmates, like 10 dead guards or something.
Shane, eh?
Yeah, decapitated them and everything.
Yeah, that was like. Did you see that? Insane. Did you see that thing I sent you, Anthony, in Ecuador, where precisely was 80 killed in a prison riot? Sent that to you a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, country where Precise is at. Like decapitated heads all over the yard. Fucking mental.
Hey, that president, Jet Kyle, that you talking about, Attica?
Yeah.
My little brother's there.
Oh,
what? Locked up there still, or in the?
Yeah, no, he's still there. He's still there.
Still locked up. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got
Damn, he
like a little over a year more.
Damn, how long's he done?
He's done over 10 years. He's almost
Damn,
yeah.
Must have had a tough time doing jail there.
Right? Able to do time in, man.
That's when they give you a big sentence. That's where they send you, man.
Yeah. Even I know that's no place to be, man. He must have done it tough. Glad to hear though, bro, that he's only a year from getting on the other side.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, man. Listen, man. I just told him, hey, man, when you get out, I got you, man. If you really want to do good, if you want to just change your life, I got you.
He younger than your lad, or?
Oh yeah. He's my youngest. He's my brother from my pops. He's my pops' youngest child, right? And so he's a man now. He's like fucking 33 now. 33 years old.
He's about my age, like similar to my age. Yeah.
Yep. I went to go see him not too long ago. And he's going through the thing. I'm getting close. He looks civilized.
Wait, he only has a year left, and they still have him in Attica. They didn't even step him down.
Yeah. I think he's got to make a year before they take him out. Yeah, but he's not officially a year yet.
Okay.
When he has like a year left, they'll ship him to another one.
Dannemora, huh? It's like, no, I'm just kidding.
Damn, I feel for the lad, bro. Imagine doing all your 20s in a place like that, Attica.
But no, he moved from place to place. He went to like
okay.
Tupac, where Tupac was at, Clinton Correctional Facility.
I think were you there as well for a bit? I think you told me. Were you there? Yeah,
I was there too.
I remember we were talking about that prison. Yeah.
Yep. He went from there to another one, then another one, and then there. He did like.
Did you happen to be there when them two dudes escaped?
No.
Or were you already done?
No. Oh, wait a second. I remember dudes escaping from Rikers Island. That I remember.
Bed sheets?
No, from the van. I don't know how the fuck they did it. Okay, so they put you in a bus or a van. Okay, they usually put you in this bus. It's like a school bus, but it'll say like NYC Correctional Facility, some shit like that, right? And so they put you in that. I don't know what they did, dude, but I think they stopped somewhere and these motherfuckers got out. They got out. How they did it, I don't know how. It was like two Spanish dudes. They got the fuck out of there. I always remember that shit.
That's a hard prison to escape from, being on that island.
No, but they didn't get to the island. That's the thing.
I know. Yeah. That's what I mean. Lucky they got off before. No escaping from that.
Quags just put a great comment here, man. He goes, people are as dangerous as they've ever been, physically, mentally. However, people are way more disconnected nowadays from society, which makes them more dangerous. And that's so true.
Yes.
Because there is no more, like, communities, you know?
No.
So, like,
I thought we were on Johnny Boy's channel for a second, talking about all this gangster stuff.
Yeah, except people here actually lived it.
We could give details.
He just puts his hat backwards and listens to rap music in the mirror. There's a big difference. While jacking off at the same time.
That's Clinton. That's Clinton. That's the city or town. I think it's a city that
Dannemora is the town. Yeah,
it's the town where Clinton's.
I remember reading a story a couple of years ago. There were a few made guys, Italians, that they tried to escape from. I think what's that one in Brooklyn? MDC. Is it MDCC or MRRC? MDC.
Yeah, MDC.
Yeah. Bro, they had like a saw smuggled in. They had the bed sheets. They were about to hack the bars and escape from the bed sheets in the night. But someone like snitched on them, and they raided the cell and just stopped it. But they were about ready to escape. They had a saw and everything to cut the bar, and they had the bed sheets all rolled up to get to the bottom floor. They were like that close to doing it.
Yeah, I remember hearing about escapes from back then. I think there was another one, but the one that I definitely remember was those guys right before they got to Rikers Island. Obviously, they don't want to go into the island because you got to swim, right? So, right before they get there, so that's actually around where I grew up at, right? Because it's from Queens, and that part of Queens, which is northern Queens, is where you get to the island. You would take a boat, I guess. You know what I'm saying? You take a fucking boat. I don't. No. You don't take a boat. You take a bridge. It's a bridge.
But the lad on the Cleto's way, he nearly got out of it. Rikers, but the Sean Penn killed him.
Yeah.
Remember that scene in Toledo? Tony T nearly got out, but he got killed.
Yeah, Tony Taglialucci.
Tony Taglialucci, that was his name. Remember Sean Penn goes, nah, I'm not letting you out. He had like the thing to let him out. He fucking started cracking him there with it.
Yeah, and Allegheny County Jail, some dudes, 2 cellmates, saved up a bunch of sheets, kicked out a fucking window, and climbed right down with their sheets, man. Right on. They got caught the exact same day. But yeah, still escaped.
Yeah.
I never even thought.
I never understood how you can escape from a jail, bro. It's all concrete steel, and every door is like double secured. Like you have to walk through this door before, and this one has to close before the next one. It never even made sense to me how someone could get out of these places, like ever.
But I guess there's a will, there's a way sometimes.
Yeah, I guess.
Find a way. Remember I was telling you, lads, a big one here's the helicopter. Or it was in the early 2000s. They got onto it, the helicopter. They'd ride in from the helicopter.
That's fucking gangster.
That's fucking insane, bro.
Yeah, they sort of that in Europe. They do that in Europe.
Right on the yard. Here I come. That's crazy.
How are you, bro? Yeah. How are you, brother? Good?
That guy escaped from Alcatraz was crazy as fuck. Like, yeah, think about Alcatraz, right? That's an island too, right? It's like it's in California, I believe, by San Francisco, I think.
Right. Someone must be watching our Jim's Instagram. I had some guy pull up and goes, "Are you from that outlaw gym?" When I was talking to you.
Oh, they know the gym,
must
right?
Have been watching it. Yeah, they must have. Yeah, some young lad. He pulled up in his car. He goes, "You from that outlaw gym?" What's fuck?
It's a good name to have, man. Outlaw boxing gym.
Yeah, that's why I said to you then quickly. Sorry, lads. I thought a detective was pulling me up.
You gave me, Jed. I rock it all the time. People will be like, "Yo, is that gym around here?" They'll ask me that all the time. Is that boxing gym around here? I've been thinking about going. I'll be like, "Nah, man, it's in Australia." But if you ever go to Sydney, let me fucking know, man. I'll put you in contact with the owner.
Yeah.
I got you.
100%. I've got a hoodie as well, Anthony. I'm going to send over to you. We're getting hoodies in now from India, I think, or Malaysia. Yeah.
Nice.
I think India.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because winters are coming. I ain't going to be able to wear that tank top no more.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could always wear it over a black hoodie or something, too, though.
Yeah. Yeah. They still do that helicopter one in it.
I like wearing it just to, represent.
Yeah, salute, brother. You give your boy one as well, eh?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
One of the biggest dope men in the city.
Oh, that's cool.
He sees a ton of people all the time, so you're getting a lot of advertisement off of him.
That's who you wear. That's what he's wearing it. Yeah, that's who's wearing it around here a lot of the
time. Yeah. Outlaw boxing is truly outlaw boxing.
Some lad thought it was Hell's Angels though, because he read on the Instagram Angels Forever or something like. Because it looks like that insignia,
Yeah, I guess it kind of does, huh?
Yeah, we were laughing about it. Yeah, they still do that helicopter one in Europe. I noticed there's been a few, like I still see reports, so they haven't got onto that, I've seen a few like
Damn, dude, just seeing your gym right there, dude. I never saw that good of a look at it before. You said my gym was nice, bro. Your gym's fucking nice as hell. Like,
yeah, it's got, mate, he modeled it on like me, my father, my brother-in-law helped. We all like worked on it. He modeled it like similar to Wildcard, you know. Like
Oh, okay.
But obviously still a bit different. But
I'm gonna be at the gym tomorrow. I'm getting back in there tomorrow, baby.
we wanted that old school like boxing gym feel, you know. That's
Yeah, it has it, man. That's a nice fucking gym. Yeah.
Yeah, I just like yours though, bro, because you got heaps of space and like you can tell it's heaps big, you know.
Yeah, and it's 2 stories as well too, you know.
That's what I mean. You've got heaps of open space and that.
All boxing upstairs. Then there's the 2 parts downstairs. A whole weight room, like a whole weight gym. Then there's the MMA section also downstairs too.
Oh, well, if you ever here, bro, whenever you get here, bro, you'll be at that gym. Don't worry about it, you know. We'll be there every day.
No doubt.
And like I told you, the beach is only 10-minute walk from it.
Yeah, go run on the beach. You know, we'll go bust our ass in the gym, then go jump into the water, cool off.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be beautiful. I'd have to go jump into the dirty Allegheny River.
But see, I never showed it before because I didn't even know how to do that. I only knew how to film, like, well, you know. So.
Yeah, I still don't know how to flip it. Like while recording like that, I don't know how the fuck you.
I just had to do it on StreamYard because it just says like camera and it happens to be.
Okay, yeah, on WhatsApp I couldn't figure it out for the life.
Nah, I couldn't. I don't know how to do that on WhatsApp, bro. I just learned how to send photos on that.
Yeah, I got two sparring matches set up for tomorrow. That'll be fun.
Oh, that's stuff, bro.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I'll try and put the camera on. We have sparring day on Friday. I'll try and put the camera, film it while I'm talking to you, you know.
Yeah, I got my Canon 8mm. I got my little well, it's not 8mm anymore. I guess it's like an HD camera. You know, they're just a modern little camera, handheld thingies. I got it charging right now, so it's ready to go tomorrow.
But these fighters are sensitive about like filming like this. You know what they're like, though. You know, like they don't want their sparring filmed a lot of the time.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. People don't take kindly to fucking filming sparring, but
nah.
Yeah.
But they're in my gyms. They're in our gyms. So, but like I was saying, when the sparring sessions are on, I can put it on. You can watch the sparring while we're talking on stream.
Yeah, no doubt. I went to bed early tonight because I was like, I wanted to sleep because I was like so eager to go because we were supposed to go yesterday, but it wasn't for sure and had to cancel. But tomorrow's 100%. So I was like, man, I'm going to bed early. Fuck this. I don't even want to wait no more. So I went to sleep, but then I woke up at like right before midnight and I was like, no.
Oh, that's the worst, bro. What time
I couldn't even sleep. Yeah.
I hate
that. What time
man.
did you go to sleep? What time did you go to bed?
I don't know. Maybe like 7.
Oh, fuck. We started a solid 5 hour.
Yeah, huh? Yeah, but I'm still going to have to take a little nap again before.
True.
I hate that shit, when you want to get up at a certain time and you get up before that, you're like, fuck, man, I know I can't go back to sleep. Yeah. And it's usually I got to take a fucking piss or something. I'm like, God damn, man.
No, that's the worst. That's why now if I've got like a party or something, I tell people, don't even tell me it's on. Just ring me like an hour before, so it's not on my mind, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I've told all my family and friends, like, even if we've got a party on a Saturday, just tell me that day. Don't tell me the day before because I won't be able to sleep. Just know, like, yeah. It's the worst with like doctor's appointments because you can't you can't really cancel them either or something like that. And you got a fucking doctor's appointment.
Yeah, man, I hate that, man. Seriously, I do. Sometimes, like, I'll just sleep enough or take naps during the day. And I'm talking about like power naps, man, like some 3 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah. Shit. So you sleep in the day, that's good. Like,
yeah,
I remember you telling me that. So I can't sleep in the day. Once the sun's up, I can't sleep.
Yeah, so, like I couldn't do it before, but now like I do it because I don't really have to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like trying to figure trying to figure out things to do during the day. You know.
That's why I got to watch myself on a night out. Like if I go out and the sun comes up, I'll just keep drinking all that till that next day because I know I won't be able to. You know what I mean? So if I go out, it could turn into like 3-4 days out. That's why I fucking got to get home early. Get home before that sun rises.
I know what you mean, Hawker. Sometimes I sleep with that pain too, and they cause nightmares. If you have pain in your body, you know, when you're sleeping, you get nightmares for sure.
What about pain in your head? Pain inside your mind? I've got a bit of that as well.
Yeah, I got plenty of that.
That's what I look forward to going to bed. You got to be on your bed, you know, be with your pain.
I can't sleep without like my computer playing something or the TV on. I cannot sleep because my mind just races about all kinds of shit, and I'm like, oh, put something on. Like,
what about you go to bed? You start thinking of some guy you hate from like 15 years ago or something.
Yeah, you do, right? Right.
Oh, you do, bro. You're like, I fucking hate this guy. Fucking hate this motherfucker.
Yeah,
and you're like, why am I thinking
up and fucking full of piss and vinegar?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find this motherfucker.
Oh,
jeez.
Bro, I remember one time on a bender, me and we made a list of like 10 guys we had to get. We were just up all night. We were like, this guy needs to get, he needs a lesson. Put his name on the list.
Making hit lists because I can honestly say I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah. We were whacked out.
Yeah, I bet.
Fuck it. Made a pound for pound list as well. Remember I told you? I made one on a bender. I don't know what happened to it. We made like a all-time great boxer list.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said you were gonna make one.
Yeah, but remember I said to you I had made one on a bender before. We'd made one like on a 3-day bender.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah. But I lost it. I had it in my phone, but I don't know. I lost it. Probably wasn't the best list. We made it fucking 3 days whacked out, you know.
I remember trying to sleep, and I'll fucking start doing like math in my head until like I get to a certain point. I'll start off like, what is it? I'll be like 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2, all the way through. And sometimes I remember going so far, like, fuck, I'm not sleeping.
I'll tell you another one. Count back from 103s, like 197, 94. Do that. That's the tactic I used to do.
Ah, yeah. You start getting creative with that shit.
Yeah. And then if that doesn't work, switch it to another number. Count back your 5 in 6s or something, or 4s or something.
I'll have to try that someday.
Hey, gentlemen, I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night.
Rafa.
Peace out, bro.
I'm about to end it.
Good having you on, Rafa.
Thank you.
Bless, brother.
God bless you guys. Bye-bye.
Peace, man.
Peace, bro.
Rafa's a good dude. Basically just wanted to join in, add his comments, and chill. It's cool, man.
Yeah, cool, dude.
I'm about to end it, but we could, me and you guys want to still talk online.
As usual, yeah.
Yeah.
Stream 85 plus channels and save up to $500 a year.
Sorry.
Sneaking in an advert just by the end of the stream.
Yeah. I was gonna say, wait a second,
Wait, did I get monetized?
Did I just get monetized?
Hey, that was our outlaw boxing gym. I got Anthony to slip the advertisement in before the end of the stream.
Quick shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Everybody that joined the panel, Rare Breed who dropped off, Schneider, and L Dog, and whoever else. I'm forgetting who you were, but it's really late at night. But
That's a Rare Breed.
Yeah, rare breed too. Yeah, I did say rare breed. Salute to
Yeah,
him.
what up, Fight Scout? By the way, I haven't said what's up to you.
Oh, I thought we were gonna talk after.
No, I am. I'm just saying.